Welcome back to Tabletop Titans. We have a really fun and exciting game for you here today. We promised it, and we're delivering. We've got the Gargantuan Squiggoth here today.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah, the big boy. And against him, we brought the Necrons. Who better to take a pounding from him? And I think they will take a pounding from him in this game. He is a fantastic model, and he's actually a pretty good unit. But of course, he can drop pretty quickly if someone's brought the right Eradicators.
That's right.
Or something similar.
We're going to talk about Eradicators.
Thankfully for him today, I didn't bring all the big guns. I brought a lot of little guns, which still can do a lot of damage to him.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to have a real chance to rampage and do what he does best in this game.
Which is so fun.
So why don't we jump ahead, take a look at the armies, and see what we're up against. So I've got my Necrons here today. This is probably one of the last times I'm going to get to play them before their Codex.
That's right.
So we're going to see what we could do with them in their unpowered state before they go Super Saiyan next month, hopefully. What we've got is a single battalion and then also a spearhead. This army kind of relies on a lot of support characters, so I need the HQs. In my battalion, I've got an Overlord. I'm using the new Overlord because it's better in every way.
Yep.
And I've got a Lord just to get a bit of reroll efficiency in there. And I've also got a Cryptek, of course, giving that reanimation and helping out with my invulnerable save, which might not matter too much. You don't have a ton of AP here, but enough that it might matter in some places. What I've also got is 40 Necron Warriors, 2 units of 20. I kind of like the big blobs. I have fun with it. I think they're going to be bad for Blast in this particular game.
Sure.
But I think that'll still be good. And I've also got 5 Immortals just to fill out, and this is with the Gauss blasters, just to kind of fill out the battalion. I've got 9 Treyarch Praetorians. I really love them. I love them more when the book comes out, but I still love them here today. And then I've got 4 Tomb Blades. I actually haven't played them yet. I've got a bunch of them, but I just haven't been able to fit them in my list, so I wanted to fit a few in just to kind of play with them, and I think they're going to be good in this game. I've got... in my next attachment, I've got 1 Scorpek Lord, just because I like to have 1 fighty character, and he's actually pretty good. I've made him my Warlord, and I've given him Enduring Will, which is -1 damage. So it's just, -1 damage on him. That's great. And I've also given him the Veil of Darkness, so he's the one who has the chance to teleport, which is handy. Try to go and maybe cause some shenanigans.
Definitely something to keep an eye out for.
Exactly. So I'm into him. And then what we've got is some Scarabs. I think they're good just for board control. And I've got 2 units of 3, 1 of 4 because I had some points. And I think that's, did I mention the Canoptic?
No, it's a 4 Wraiths.
Wraiths, yeah. I've got 4 Wraiths. I wanted to have more, but I was out of points.
Right, and you're Mefrit, right?
I am Mefrit, yes. Got that Solar Fury and get the extra AP, which is actually going to be handy in this game because in this case, I think, you've got 4 up saves around, and I can take you up to your 5 up invulns. Yeah,
and even the Fortress normally has its 3 up, and so you're going to be able to take that right back down to the invuln. Yeah. It's nice.
So that's what I've got today. It's actually, I can't forget, 1 Doomsday R.
Doomsday, so you brought some big guns.
1 Doomsday. I brought 1 big gun, which this big gun can do some work.
Yes.
But it's just 1 big gun. He doesn't have any rerolls, and of course you do have an invuln, so it's one of those things he could go legendarily hot, which would be cool. Yeah. But rarely, we've seen him in the last couple games. They didn't do anything.
They flub so badly.
They as much as they can go hot, they can also go really cold.
I think he'll have a bit more consistency this game because one of the problems with that game was you were constantly having to move and reposition, which really
so you weren't getting the
D6
efficiency. Shots and the D6 damage. Yeah.
So I think once you set up, if he survives, his quantum shielding is actually going to be great against things like Tank Busters. So I think you'll have more opportunity to use them efficiently.
I think so. This army, I'm in a good position to hold objectives and play the mission, but you actually have the firepower to really chew through my ranks.
Right.
And so we're gonna have to see if you get a couple good turns and I lose a lot of boys. Yeah. On my end, it might be really, I might kind of lose my teeth.
Yeah.
But hey, I could drop some of your big things, and all of a sudden you find yourself being outheld.
Yeah,
totally. So it could still go the other way.
You still have that invuln. That's actually a huge, huge deal. We'll talk about things like the Super Law, but that have -2 rend. Yeah. And normally that would mean what, a 6 up for your warriors. So it's actually a big deal for that survivability.
Agreed.
So cool. Well, let's take a look at the boys. We, as always, have Death Skulls. I still love these guys. I'm still trying lots of different types of builds, even with this single clan. So first off, of course, we have the Lord of War, or Super Auxiliary detachment. This now costs me 3 CP, which is pretty expensive. But on the other hand, in many ways, you always had to pay this for Orks because if you weren't running triple battalions, then you were always losing CP. So in reality, it's not so much of a change there. I have him with the 2 Super Labas. I always like running him on this. Makes him more expensive, but they are really, really powerful, especially...
And they're blast keyword.
They're blast!
And I got 20-man units.
That is 18 shots each.
36 shots
into
just from his
units.
Laba.
Oh my goodness.
And
it's
it ignores line of sight.
Yes, they finally fixed that. This was 2 years later. At the end of 8th edition, they fixed and said that it actually should ignore line of sight because it is a mortar.
And then when you put more DACA on him, plus his, how many big shooter shots does he have?
24?
24 big shooter shots. So, oh my.
That's a lot of DACA.
Yeah, 40 what is 60 shots.
Yeah.
So he has 60 shots at my units.
I love it.
It's gonna be bad.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
So he is awesome. Like Brian said, he's like not the best unit, but he's definitely a very, very, very fun unit. And I think if I was to try to run one, this is how I would run it. So I kind of wanted to establish that as the basis. So he starts at 350. And then you add about 100 to 150 for the other guns, basically.
Yeah, I think he's fair. It's fair. It's a little pricey if someone could drop him in one turn.
Just like a little armor, I think would help. Like if he had the armor of a knight, then I'd be happy. You know, so he does have a 4-up. I put the invuln in him, but he's interesting, I think.
Yeah.
So that's the boy, and to support him, of course, I have 3 units of tank bustas with bomb squigs. They're going to be riding around with him. They are separate units because it's Death Skulls, right? They are inside, so I can't use strats on them. But with Death Skulls, they don't really need the strats, and you have as many units as possible to keep using your rerolls over and over and over again. So that's inside of there with a big mech with custom force field, giving them that sweet 5+ invuln against shooting. We'll take a look at the rest. I have, of course, my 3 HQs. One of them I've been really having a lot of fun with. I've been running in almost all of my armies. You've heard of the biggest boss, but this is the cleverest boss. And this is a big mech with in mega armor, custom force field, the cleverest boss, which gives him 2+ weapon skill, +1 attack, and he's taking the Kill a Claw relic, and also the brutal but cunning warlord trait.
Very nice.
So he's going to be hitting on 2s, rerolling to wound, flat 4 damage each.
Love it.
And he's in mega armor.
And he's in mega armor, and he's also getting the force field.
And he's a mech, and he has an ablative grot wound. I actually really like him. So I have him. I have another big mech with force field, just naked running around in Squiggoth. And then third of all, of course, I have my weird boy, which I have made into a warp head, maniacal seizures. So the extra rend against a target, an enemy target, and of course the jump just for that utility slot. Troops-wise, just 4 units of 10 grots. They're still great. They are expensive, but they're the cheapest bodies Orks have. So they're still valuable in that sense. Elites, we talked mostly about it. I have 2 units of tank bustas, 2 units of commandos with claws. Nice. They're sneaking around somewhere. We don't know where they're going to be. And then a unit of 8 burners. We saw this in my 1,000-point game, but I've actually been running this. A lot of people kind of make fun of the burners, but in Death Skulls, they're all obsec. They're only a little bit more expensive than boys, and they get that extra rend.
And they fight better. They shoot better.
Exactly. So I actually like them a lot. They're running around in one of my 2 battle wagons, or bone breakers.
Bone breakers.
Which we love here on the channel. They're both upgraded with custom jobs. One is the Fortress. You know it, you love it. It's back. And then making its debut is the Red Rolla. And this one, instead of adding D6 attacks on the charts, it's flat 6. So that's 12 attacks.
12 attacks, 2 damage, strength 7 or 8?
Strength 8, -2 for 2.
It's vicious.
It's amazing. It's great at killing
If anything needs to kill Primaris, that'll do it.
Exactly. So I have those 2 boys, and then I have 2 units of 5 Storm Boys, one with a kill saw, and these are really for running around, planting flags, engaging all fronts, things like that.
Fantastic. It's a cool, very cool army.
I like it.
All right, so today we are playing Book Mission 6, Vital Intelligence. There are 6 objectives. You want to point those out?
Yeah, there's 1 in each deployment zone here, 1 there, and 1 there, and then there's 4 in the center. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
It's a very interesting mission, and it reminds me of Dodgeball a little bit. You kind of rush to the line. You pick a side.
Oh my gosh, you're totally right.
Yeah, so the primary is hold 2, hold 3, hold more. And there's actually a very cool mission-specific rule, which is that if you control an objective during your command phase, you control it even if you walk off until your opponent takes it away.
Pretty great.
It's
Do we want to talk a little bit about the terrain?
Yeah, we have a lot of ruins here on the board, and most of them are obscuring. So actually, every one of the ruins is obscuring almost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 3 smaller ruins, which is 1, 2, and 3. Those are just going to give the standard infantry abilities, like cover and set to defend, etc.
And +1 leadership for Imperium.
For Imperium over on that Imperial statue over there, classic. And then after that, I think that's it. We went with all ruins.
Yeah. Do we want? Is this also ruin? I assume it's not part of the obscuring, but just before we get started.
I think that's fine. Let's do it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Moving on to secondaries,
Let's do it.
Adrian has taken Engage on All Fronts, Data Intercept, and Raise the Banners.
Engage on all fronts. I love it. I can control most games. This might be a 4. I think in certain turns, this is going to be a 4-table quarter engage on all fronts for me. Lots of small units. That's kind of what this army is built around. Data Intercept is the mission specific. This is essentially where I can have any unit start to perform an action on an objective. As long as they survive until my next command phase, I then score a number of points equal to the number of objectives I currently control. So if I'm holding 3, I'll get 3 points. It's quite good. You do have to keep that unit alive, but it could be anything. It could be a tank, could be whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's that. And then my third one
Raise
is
the Banners.
Raise the Banners. So on a related note, I'm going to go ahead and Data Intercept stuff. I feel confident about holding these 3 for the majority of the game.
Right.
So that's at least 3 flags. So that's my plan.
Fantastic.
All right, mid-secondary update.
That's right.
There's some observant people in chat who are noticing that Brian is here, and there are a lot of theories. I'm going to tell you they're all correct. We have cloned Brian.
Yeah.
We are filming in Canada, and this is pre-recorded.
Oh,
But am I the clone?
I was going to say, you
Yeah.
can do a Scooby-Doo thing.
Nice shirt, Adrian. Huh?
Thank you. I know he juked me out there. He's
I
like,
did
let's
juke
talk
you.
about not fashion. Anyways, yeah, this is my Nightmare Before Christmas shirt. Rocking with the boys today.
Fantastic.
And Brian, you're wearing a Canadian tuxedo, I've been told?
Well, it's not the full tuxedo because I don't have the jean
jorts?
pants.
But you are wearing the underwear for it.
Yeah, that's correct. Exactly.
Very nice. All right, well, secondaries, continuing on. Brian is taking Engage on All Fronts, Data Intercept, and Titan Slayer.
Yeah, so Titan Slayer is just a flat 10 points if I get the Squiggoth. He's such a bully as far as his shooting and combat potential. I have no choice but to attempt to kill him.
I think you should be able to do it.
And I think, if my whole army goes into... So this is the thing. If my whole army goes into him for 3 turns, that's a victory for you whether he dies or not.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so in this particular game, I have to kill him, but you feel fine about that. 10 points is pretty good for a thing I have to do anyways.
Right.
If it was even 1 point or 2 points less, I might not consider it.
That's true. But it's like your deploy scanners, right?
That's right. It's like a deploy. Yeah. And so the rest are pretty much the best I could do, getting into 3 table quarters. I'm not going to get into 4, but I can get into 3. Yeah. And doing the data intercept, I think, is pretty easy for me. Yeah. It's
very secure.
Probably even easier for me than it is for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'm more securely on my objective.
Yeah, I'm worried about you being able to shoot me off of it, whereas you could have a big thing or even a character that's kind of just sitting back. So yeah, I think that's a really solid one for you.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we want to roll off for first turn?
We do. And this is one where I deployed on the line to try and pop some shots if I got first turn.
That's right.
And so I would prefer first turn only because... I think so. I'm gonna lose a lot against you, and I need all the guns I can get. So it's fine. My army can take a hit.
Sure.
But I'd prefer to go first.
It matters more than it usually does, I'd say.
More than usual, because normally I'm hidden.
Exactly.
In this game, I didn't even try to hide. I'm just like,
here I am. What are you gonna do with all those bodies? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Try to match me? It was me? Oh no! Come on, Brian.
You gave me a chance. So if I don't get this, it's all on me.
And it's gonna hurt even more.
I know it will.
Yeah! There we go. So,
all right, Necrons, turn 1.
Let's do it.
They really knew they needed it.
Yeah, that's right. Engage rolling 6 protocol.
So one of the challenges is a lot of my Necron warriors are only strength 4, and you are a big fat T8.
That's right.
So I need to be careful about who I think is going to do the damage. At the start of my turn, I'm going to do my will be done on the bikes, just to get a slightly improved Tesla, and also because they're strength 5. And then I will spend 1 CP on the Pharaon's Will to do it again, and I'll do it on the one of the units one of the units here of warriors, just because it's a fair number of shots.
Right.
I'm considering also I could do it on the what is it? Doomsday. I'm totally blanking. Annihilation Barge.
Yeah.
And actually, you know what I will? I'll do it on the Annihilation Barge. Okay.
You just want to show that it can actually do something.
If my Doomsday Arc was in range, I would do it on the Doomsday Arc.
Yeah, totally.
But it's not in range. Okay, so that's the start of my game, and I'm just going to start moving.
Cool.
All right. Well, we have a lot of super chats. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
And thank you, Steven. Hey, guys. Great videos. Thanks for doing what you're doing. Please read this word for word. My name is Bridger, and I'm working on the terrain video.
Yay!
See, guys, I'm not making it up. I'm not lying.
That's so good to hear.
I do read them word for word.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm really glad to hear that, Bridger.
Yeah.
We were worried for a minute.
Also, thank you, Steven, because he would have...
Thank you, Jordan. Adrian, have you ever thought, with your bad rolls, that Necrons and Quantum Shields would be perfect for you? You'd never die. Love the show, guys.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. The problem with my rolling is it's, selectively bad. I still fail my morale, right? I'll be 6. I'm like, cool. So
Thank you, Sandy, giving something back and a question to follow. Well, thanks,
awesome.
Sandy.
Thank you.
Advance my Triarchs.
And thanks again. My wonderful wife, this is Sandy again.
Gotcha.
My wonderful wife got me an Astraeus for my birthday. What chapter would this beast synergize with most effectively?
So I literally was thinking of this morning. I was like, okay, I'm going to buy an Astraeus. Which chapter, though? And it's strongest with the Iron Hands, but it's not the coolest. Like, you know, if you have an Astraeus, you want to paint it some really cool color.
Blue looks good.
Blue does look good on it.
It would be good with blue. Wait, does it have Titanic?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it can fall back and shoot anyway?
Right. Yeah,
knock some stuff over.
Of course I did. It wasn't the Squiggoth, though.
Certainly its strongest is Iron Hands.
Yeah. Competitively, that's definitely the best choice.
You can take it with Plasma, right? So you could make it Dark Angels for Weapons of the Dark Age?
One of the big turret options?
Yeah.
I've never played against it with that.
I've never seen it with the Plasma. Is that really a thing?
I mean, you can always do
when I played
with
against
+1 to
it.
wound.
I think when I played against it, it was Plasma.
I would just pick, like, if you're trying to build an army around it, don't try to min-max for it because it's, like, not the strongest option no matter what you're doing. So if you're going to try to min-max around it, like, just pick the one that you want to paint it in the most.
That's fair. Well, especially in 9th, right?
Exactly.
Putting all those eggs in one basket doesn't pay off as much as it used to.
Doesn't make a lot of sense yet.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andrew. Loving the channel, scratching my competitive itch during COVID. At what point would you all personally feel comfortable going to an RTT or GT again?
It's a great question.
When me and everyone else there was vaccinated.
Yeah, that's fair. I've been asking myself the same question and just kind of reevaluating. I'm not sure. I think it becomes more and more unlikely the longer this goes for me personally. But
yeah, we at least Brian and I don't have plans to go to any events for quite a long time.
Yeah. Well, especially like the other thing is, you know, we do shoot in person. So we literally can't do this if one of us gets COVID. So it's just not a risk that any of us want to take.
Exactly.
That would just suck. Then we'd have no show for however long it takes to quarantine.
Thank you, Archon Ezekiel. We appreciate the support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you again, Sandy. Is there any way for Marines to slow down or soften the impact of Harlequins in the first 2 turns? Mm-hmm. And is Haywire broken or just really good?
So Haywire is not broken, but it can be very powerful in the meta. Again, especially with like Space Marines having things like Invictors, it's very, very powerful. And it gets around a lot of those defenses of the Custodians and the Space Marines, which is really high armor and invulns, right? Good defenses against Harlequins for first turn.
Judiciary. If you are Space Marines and you're trying to blunt Harlequins, Judiciary goes a long way.
Judiciary goes very far, yeah. I mean, you could, and I know when the Judiciary first came out, we said you wouldn't really want to run 2 of them, but I think with how powerful Harlequins are,
I would run 3.
Yeah.
They're so good. They're like, so good. For their points, they're insane.
They're so good.
From day one, I was saying run 3.
Well, because even now, right, we saw like, you know, Brian had a Judiciary in the White Scars game, which lets him decide where I fight, but I'm still fighting, you know, in one spot. I'm just going to be like, okay, well, the Judiciary's not here, so I'm going to go here. That's exactly right, Bridger. Also, I think the Ultramarine redeploys are also interesting.
Oh my god, so good.
Because the Harlequins have Phantasm, but if you can also counter the redeploy, then that becomes interesting. Because that's honestly is the #1 thing about the first turn with Harlequins is they can be anywhere they want. So if you have a way of throwing that off, that's everything.
Yeah. You done, Brian? All right, let's get a couple more in. Yeah, Thank you, that one guy. Hey, Titans, thanks for the content from Bahrain. If my opponent has been playing Assault Necrons with a lot of Wraiths and Scorpec Destroyers and Triarchs, what is your advice to counter them as Raven Guard? And thanks as always.
Ooh.
Have you tried a Judiciary?
The Judiciary is a big deal. Honestly, a lot of the pregame screening stuff can be really useful. Obviously, some of those things have fly, like Wraiths can just go over them. Yeah. But like the new Destroyers, if that's what you're talking about for the melee ones, you can screen those up pretty well because they're not that fast. They're hard to kind of get up. I don't know, any thoughts?
No, I think that makes sense.
Judiciary. They solve all problems.
They really do.
That's why they're so good.
Thank you, Cameron. Crusader Squad Titan it is. I'm your High Marshal seeking your most wise counsel. In our never-ending crusade against chaos, should we deploy more deep-striking units like Assault Terminators or our Primaris kin, the Outriders?
I like the Outriders.
Yeah, the Outriders are probably better, but all of these things are good.
I would say once Terminators go to 3 wounds, just go buck wild.
Right.
Take your chance to just run Terminators because they're so much fun.
So But it sounds like, so this is in regards to positioning, right? These are both ways of like getting up the field and getting into position. And Deep Strike can be countered in a number of different ways.
Yeah, you
whereas
can
fast
be
units
strained
can get
out
up
very
there.
easily.
Yeah.
But Adrian, it's fun.
And not to mention,
I think you
depending
should
on
totally
your,
take Terminators, but just maybe not for that role.
and depending on your chapter, not a lot of, only two different chapters have a way to get a more reliable charge, right?
Yeah.
Only Blood Angels and
Yeah.
Raven, or sorry, White Scars.
Yeah.
Those are the only two that have a more reliable charge out of Deep Strike that I'm aware of. I don't think, well, everyone has the +2 to charge from the
Chaplain.
from
That's
the
quite
Chaplain.
good.
So that actually, if
That's
you've got a strategy like that where you can get pluses to charge, the Deep Strike becomes more interesting. If you're not planning to add one of those strategies, just a 9-inch charge on a Terminator squad is not super interesting.
Yeah, it's scary.
You can make an 8 with Hungry for Battle.
And eight's not that amazing.
I take a jump chap.
Especially because you have to reroll both dice. So it's not like,
Yeah.
oh, you got a 6 and a 1 or something, you know?
I know a lot.
yeah.
Unless you're Orks.
Unless you're Orks.
Play Orks.
All right.
Cool deal.
All right. So I moved up. Basically, what I wanted to do is bring every single gun in my army to bear on your big boy.
Squiggy. I'm scared, Brian.
Thank you. I want to hear it. So here we're going to open it up in style.
Yes.
Okay. And the style that we're going to open it up in is with the Tachyon era.
Of course.
Okay. So this is from my.
That's a tacky decision, Brian.
No, it's a good decision. So
he'll be here all week.
it's
when we walk him in the studio.
120-inch range.
Yeah. What?
So it barely makes it.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah. So he hits on a 2, no rerolls.
Oh, here's the 1.
Oh, okay.
That was casual. He's like, eh.
So on a 3 to wound, strength 12.
Nice.
There it is.
Sounds good.
So -5.
Whoa! So 5 up in
You better not. So
it's all in the wrist,
Yeah,
baby.
it's all in the wrist. So that was my 1 shot with that per game. So glad that
Oh,
worked
is
out.
it really?
It's a 1 shot per
Oh, now
game.
I feel bad.
Yeah, you should.
I should have failed it.
You should feel bad. Okay, so let's just do some small arms. I'm not in rapid fire range, so I'm just going to do all my warriors. No, I can't do them all together because one unit has +1 to hit.
That's right. That's
So
right.
let me grab 20 dice for the 20 warriors, and
Sounds
then we'll
good.
go for that.
Going into the
4,
Squiggoth.
6,
So he's just trying to get
8,
like sheer volume.
10,
He's winning on 6s.
12, yeah, 14, 16, 18,
But,
20. So
yeah.
the wounding on 6s is what makes this not super important.
Right.
But hey, every single wound will count.
Do you have Ren natively?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that takes me to my invul.
Yeah. So hitting on 2s. There's a few 1s in there.
Yeah.
More than I would have wanted.
Oof.
Let's get that 6
Right.
6s again. So
Drop this one straight down.
yeah.
Let's see it. 6s.
Oh,
no.
And re-rolling my 1s. Let's turn these both into 6s. No. So just 1 wound.
Oof. 5 up. I'll give this one to you.
You'll give me this one,
Yeah.
not the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to give me the d6 damage. You'll give me the single damage.
So that is down to 34 wounds.
34.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it one more time. So a lot of
Ooh, a lot of 6s on the hits, Brian.
Oh my goodness.
a lot of 1s and 2s there. So yeah. Oh my God. Let's get that to wound. Jeez. I'm trying to drop them straight down. Is it working?
Only 1 6 again.
Is it
Brian.
working?
It's 1-6 again.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me.
Yeah. There's a ton of 6s to hit.
Wow. Come on. Nope.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. 33.
33. I feel like we need a big clock for this wound counter.
Listen, I'm doing it. I'll get ya. So, trying to decide Okay, I'm gonna go with the Royal Warden. Let's do this. So, 2 shots, both miss. Change it dice.
He's royal.
It's not good. Shake it
Royal.
off. Shake it off.
It's
shake
fine,
it off.
it's fine,
Shake it off. So, I have 16 shots with my Tomb Blades. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12,
And these are
14,
strength 5, so
16. So this actually has a real chance.
yeah.
So I'm hitting here on 2s, and 5s and 6s count. Give me.
Oh my gosh,
count
that's
as
right.
two.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
so.
1, 2,
So
3,
it wasn't
4.
It wasn't great.
No, it was pretty.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
pretty bad.
So 2, 4, 6, 8. So
Yep.
2, 4, 6, and 8. Anything counts.
Yeah, man. And then 5s.
And then 5s. Oh, not good.
Oh my goodness.
Just 4.
It's the wounding that's tough against the Squiggoth, which I think is fair.
Sorry, I am in
Right.
range to reroll these.
Oh,
ones.
no worries. Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird thing because the armor is
hold on.
bad, right? Like.
All right. Oh, I screwed that up. Okay, it was better than it looked like. So
No worries.
there we go.
And then is there rend on these?
No rend because I'm not in half
Ooh,
range.
get my 4-ups.
Yeah.
All right. So he actually takes 5. See?
All right.
Down to 28.
Yeah, little things like this, they will add up. So okay, let's go with the Annihilation Barge. Oh yeah, this is funny enough. Remember I said I was going to give this one the plus to hit, but I
Yeah.
actually used it on my warriors, so forget it. He won't have the
yeah.
plus. I should have done it on this guy, but I did.
Yeah, you would.
not.
Oh, I see what
Remember,
you're saying.
I was supposed to put it on these two, but I forgot. It's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so we're gonna go with all of his guns are the same because they're all gonna wound you on 5s, and they all have no AP.
Okay.
So let's do that. Hitting here on 3s, not 2s, and the 6s will give me extra. So I only would have had 1 5 in there.
Oh, okay.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So one more hit than I shot with, which is great.
Great.
And then strength 6 and 7, so
on 5s.
it's on 5s. And I'm out of range of my reroll ones. So
Gotcha.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
4 wounds.
Sounds good.
No AP.
Yes.
My big mega tank, no AP.
Give me those 4-ups. Come on.
Ooh,
yes.
100% saves that time. Okay. So we're getting low on guns.
You got the big daddy though.
I still got the big gun. Yeah, yeah. I'm saving it for last.
so much drama.
Something. I'm trying to see. Did my Triarchs get into range, and they did not. So I don't think any of my other characters have range as well, because it's pretty short range for all the Necron characters. So yeah, it's only 12 inches. So okay, so you ready to do it? Annihilation or Doomsday Arc?
Let's do this. So did you move?
I didn't.
All right. D6.
It's 5.
Ooh, that's a good start.
1, 2,
Good.
3, 4, 5.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
It's fine.
That's fine.
It's fine. So here's the thing. I do want to reroll, but I need the reroll for damage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's too many factors right now.
Too many factors.
You gotta let go.
So 3s to wound because you're strength 10.
Yep.
I know. I'll reroll one of these if I can.
Oh!
Okay, good.
All right.
So normally he would have no save.
That's right.
He's got a big fat 5
You
though.
need the invuln if you're gonna run this boy. So here we go. 5-ups. Custom force field.
He's an animal.
Bam. Take it.
You saved 3 out of my 4 d6
Yeah,
damage
right.
weapons. So 5 damage.
Hey.
Down to 3.
That was wild.
Down to 23.
23.
Down to 23.
3 on this one dice.
So it's
3 on this one
basically
dice.
now, it's just a full night now.
So it's a night now.
It's
yeah.
a full night.
It's a night.
Good.
But I can't. Yeah.
So what I have is the I have the Gauss Immortals here, and we're going to be shooting at your
Not my babies.
at your Storm Boys.
Yeah.
So let's go with them. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and
yeah, I was a little greedy with
5
them.
on 3s. Oh, you got off easy.
Jeez. Yeah.
And on 3s. Okay.
Okay. So 2 5-ups from this boy.
One goes down.
All right.
They have really poor morale, don't they?
No, it's actually only 7.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's 7. Okay.
It's nothing
okay.
crazy terrible.
Okay. So that's all my everything.
Cool.
So that's what I did.
I dig it.
And I did do the data intercept here with this 4-man squad of Scarabs.
Yep.
And I got myself in a bunch of objectives, so we're gonna see how it.
Are you engaging? You're not engaging, are you?
I couldn't. I did I didn't advance, but it wasn't
right.
fast enough. I don't think. Half the board is what, 30? So yeah, I needed a much bigger advance, and I just didn't get it.
All right, well, let's take it into Orcs turn 1.
Well, let's do it.
Show me what you got.
I will. I will.
And thank you again, Cameron. Forgot to mention in relation to my query, this is for the best chapter of Marines. We who have never stopped the God Emperor's most holy crusade, the Black Templars. So this was about the Assault Terminators versus Primaris. Terminators all the way, man.
Terminators, especially with your Crusaders. You know what I mean?
I don't think that Black Templars would submit themselves to surgery to be Primaris. They would call that heretical.
Oh,
well, they could give them new
We've had
Primaris.
this conversation, yeah. I'm gonna flip this just so it doesn't look dumb.
So I would run all Firstborn. That's just me.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Haven't played since 7th. Would going all in with Centaurs, Gorgons, and Death Riders to rush the board and make the other player remove me work in 9th.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I think rushing the board is often a surprisingly good strategy. Like taking the board early seems to be working pretty well as long as you can actually hold it and take the counterpunch. Taking the board early is devastatingly bad if you're just going to get blasted off. So you got to make sure your army can actually take the hit, or you don't want to take the board.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would say as well. I think
Death Roll is coming in hot.
Death Roll coming in hot.
Good thing it's not the red roll.
I know, right? Yeah, so this is the fortress, so it's going to be tougher but not hit as hard.
Yeah.
Which is why it's on the front line. The decision I need to make is like, do I want to bring in the Squiggoth? I mean, seems like I should, but
Yes, the answer is always yes.
tactically the answer is no.
No, the answer is always yes,
But
Adrian.
orc-wise, the answer is yes. So
he moves only 10, right?
He only moves 10, yeah. So, but he's 16 away, so it's a 6-inch charge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Hey, Titans. Just bought Greyfax for lack of Eisenhorn models.
Nice.
What is the best way to run her in my Tempestus Scion army? Signs the Aquila with her hands.
Sweet. What's the best way to run her? I mean, just running her in that list.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything extra you have to do. That's
Yeah.
the nice thing about those Inquisitors. You can kind of just drop them in,
Right.
and then they do their special little tricks and they fill those holes. So I'm really into it.
Exactly.
This is that red rolla, so red.
Red roller.
Yum.
Yum. All right, so let's see.
Thank you, Fluff Crunch and Minnie. I've lost twice to Necrons lately, so I'm gonna root for the boys.
The boys.
Don't roll high on those damage rolls. Stupid Necron shields. Stay safe.
I
We
know.
love you.
Well, I'm curious to see. So my tank busts are flat 3, which is normally a good thing, but that means Brian actually has a chance this time to save against it.
Yeah, I think unless Adrian rolls legendarily bad, you're gonna see his army shoot real mean this turn.
Lots of darker. So we're just moving up these grottos. Yeah.
Thank you, Darth. Hey, Titans. Just wanted to continue my support for such a fantastic channel, keeping us all entertained on Saturday nights. Your show starts at 8 p.m. over in the UK.
Oh, nice.
What do you guys think of the new changes to rerolls? Even as an Ultramarine player, I love it.
Yeah, I wanted to chat about this. I think this is big. Obviously, this is one of the things I wanted to talk about for a long time. I'm actually surprised they previewed that early. I had no idea they were going to preview it. I think it's a big improvement to the game. I think the consistency and the lethality of Space Marines and armies that have these kinds of rerolls in general is way too high. And there's this big divide between the haves and have-nots, between the armies that have such consistent rerolls and the armies that don't. And it encourages an unhappy playstyle. It encourages this gunline castle, which is a boring and it's not a dynamic way to play. So for me, this fixes so many things. It encourages list construction towards core. It diminishes the gun line. It diminishes the lethality and consistency of just Space Marines and other armies that have too many rerolls, but Space Marines are the culprit. So I love everything about it. I think it's a big boost for the game.
Yeah, we've been sort of preaching for this change for months now.
Yeah. It allows them to better balance units too, because they can take things that are strong and they could say, okay, it's strong, but it's not core. Right. And I think that's all really helpful. And also, Space Marine characters were getting too good in their own right. They were such auto takes because they did everything. Their auras were unbelievable, and they themselves were such powerful beat sticks.
Yeah.
And now even their lethality went down because they don't get their own rerolls.
Right.
I think it's a big help.
It's so great, and they'll feel more like Space Marines. It shouldn't just be blobing up. It'll be more about tactical diversity and things like that, which is what
But Space Marines are far from getting weak though, right? We've seen those heavy intercessors and things like that. There's some real power there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
For certain. Thank you, Mark. I'm excited to see the Squiggoth. My freebooters go against a Thousand Suns army tomorrow at my local tournament.
Ooh.
I've never played against Thousand Suns. Any advice or critical boys I should bring?
Yeah, so Thousand Suns is one of the most tricksy armies and one of the most complicated armies in all of 40K. So it's an army where you have to take your time a little bit and understand what your opponent can do, understand their spells, understand their capabilities, understand who has what spells and what targets are important for you, and just appreciate that the army can do a lot of things that are surprising that you might not expect. And I think that's really important. And the other thing is that their psychic damage can be mitigated. You can choose what they do psychic damage to. So you could say, here's the target that I want to absorb the smites because it's the closest target. And as orcs, you have a lot of cheap wounds, like grots and things like that. And you could say the grots are going to take the wounds. And then that kind of really nerfs their ultimate potential when they're just killing grots.
That's 100% the most important thing is how you screen those mortal wounds out.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Let's do it, Adrian.
All right, we've moved up. We're raising a banner here, raising a banner here, raising a banner here. And I'm going to perform my scan with the red roller.
Yeah.
He's going to sit there, so Brian would have to kill him to turn that off for me. So that's tasty.
How many wounds? 16?
16.
Okay.
Yeah. No invuln, though. Well, invuln from shooting here, but in melee.
Great.
He says as he looks at the immortals and the rates, maybe. Okay. So let's go over to Psychic. Yeah, let's do this. So we have 2 spells we can cast with the Weird Boy. And notice I've done a thing here where he's standing out by himself in the front, but I have grots behind, especially one that's behind the obscuring terrain.
Within 3 inches.
Within 3 inches, so that basically goes kind of
and
to
you'll
the
never
old
be
character
and you'll never be the closest.
Exactly. So there's not a ton I need to do with him right now. The things I want to shoot basically there was no reason to try to give an extra rend against.
Right.
What's the armor on your Praetorians though?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're trying to think of giving yourself extra rend?
Yeah, because it works in melee as well.
Oh, that's big.
It's nice.
What's the range on that one?
It's only 18, so I have to jump him and then do it.
Oh, I see.
Which is possible, but I don't think it's worth kind of pulling him out of position right now.
I see.
So
you just do nothing?
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I have 9 of the Triarch Praetorians, if that's what you're interested in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really hoping they can tank it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I doubt it. I think just the Rolla alone could get them.
Yeah, the roll is going to be a lot.
The Rolla is going to be mean.
No, we're going to leave them there because honestly, like later on, I will want things like to jump
Yeah.
to be able to bring them up. So if I put him overexposed, I think I could just lose him. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
Shooting phase?
Shoot in. Let's do it.
Bring the pain. Let's see the DACA here.
Daka. All right. So
What's your basic target priority?
So I really want to use the efficiency of blast on the warriors.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I actually need to kill these scarabs.
Because you're going to try and kill my my ability to get my...
It's your unit that's doing the scanning right now.
So that was basically what I was expecting. It's like he has the indirect weapons. He might want to go here. I was giving you a choice.
Yeah. No, it's good because otherwise, default, I'm absolutely want to go into the warriors.
But we saw the warriors didn't actually do anything.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true. That's true.
They did 1 wound each. That was with one of the units buffed.
Right.
So I don't think they're your scariest threat at the moment.
No, they're definitely not. So the question becomes, so I have 2 Labas. They're each 3d6 shots. But they're really the only thing that can hit these scarabs. So as terrible as it sounds, I might want to just put both into them, honestly.
Yeah.
3d6 on average would only be 10 shots. That's definitely not enough. So we're gonna spend 2 CP on Mordaka because, of course.
Let's see the Mordaka.
So we're gonna do Mordaka. We're gonna put both of the Supalabas into the scarabs here, and then all of the big Shudas are gonna go into. Again, with Necrons.
Yeah.
If you don't kill them, it doesn't matter.
They just come back.
So there's almost no point in shooting into the warriors at all then. We are strength 5 though, so and the Tomb Blades are armor 3.
They're -1 and they're also -1 to hit. So
-1,
you'd be benefiting from your Mordaka in a fun way there.
So that's actually really nice. And then the Wraiths are kind of.
And sorry, their armor save 4. Because I did not pay for the shield veins.
You didn't pay for shield veins?
It's 3 points. I'm not doing it.
You crazy.
Yeah. I couldn't fit.
What?
This armor is very expensive.
That's fair. That's fair. I thought they built it into the profile.
No. No. Shield veins, you have to pay for it.
And they're 3 wounds each or 4 wounds each?
2 wounds each.
2 wounds each.
Yeah.
They're so chunky.
Wait, did you ask if they were 4 wounds?
It's like a Primaris bike.
They're like big bikes. They're the size of my Deathcopters. The size of my Deathcopters. Yeah. Okay. We'll put the big shooters into them.
All right.
Let's do this. Could I have some more dice, please?
All the dice?
All the dice, basically.
So you're gonna do 3d6 twice.
Yes.
So it's 66.
You got it.
Here's your 66 against my scarabs.
Into the scarabs.
That's the all ones.
I know, right? Not great.
No, it's fine.
So this is 5.
It looks like it
11,
looks average.
13. Yeah. 16. 20.
Okay.
All right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 more. All right.
Sounds good. All
Hitting
right.
on 5s and exploding on 5s.
Explode, exactly. No rerolls because I am in a auxiliary detachment, so I am Death Skulls, but don't get the Death Skulls benefits. Doesn't super matter on him, but you know it's a cool thing to have normally. Oh gosh.
Oh, looking good.
Yeah, you're welcome. Holy crap.
All right.
Terrible. All right.
So now you've got how many Dakas there? 6?
So 6 more. Yep. Here we go. Except that's a different roll. Oh, what? Literally nothing.
Okay.
Wow, this is worst case scenario.
What's your strength on this?
7.
So I'm only T3.
2s. And those are -2.
So -2.
Yeah.
So that's a big fat no save.
That's
So
right.
how much damage?
Just 1.
So I lose 1 base.
Yep.
And take 1 wound.
Oh well. No well. Tasty.
I was truthfully, I was actually hoping you tried to get them because I didn't think you would get them.
4, 5. Yeah. It's true.
I was really pleased you did that instead of taking 36 shots at my warriors.
Yeah, maybe that would have been the right call.
I think so.
I felt like that was the fun call, but the wrong call. But I guess it was also the right call.
It was absolutely the right call. You should have shot my warriors.
No.
Shoot what you can kill, Adrian.
Shoot what you can kill, yeah.
I didn't math that one out.
You didn't math it out.
No.
If it was 2 damage, you still wouldn't have done it.
I know.
But if you had 2 damage, I think you would have got me because you would have, like, odds are you could have rolled better.
Yeah.
You didn't actually roll that well.
Yeah.
So.
No, it was bad rolling, but odds are you still.
So here's the big shooters.
Big shooters.
Into my Tomb Blades.
Tomb Blades.
Good luck.
24 shots on 5.
My poor -1s to hit, not doing anything.
I know.
Normally they're really good against orcs, but
yeah, exactly.
Not today.
Oops, that was a 5 up. Okay, so this is much better rolling, of course. You know, this was already out. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Okay.
So let me gather some 9 more dice, and on
let's
5s.
see if I can. Let's see if I can tank a bit of it.
Right. Hoop, hoop, hoop.
Please.
So
strength 5.
Strength 5. So 4s. Let's see it.
Good. It's miserable.
I got you, man.
Thanks.
Jeez Louise.
You're keeping it close.
4 saves. On
so minus.
Because your bikes. No.
So I
no
don't
minus.
get cover. So I'm just 4 ups.
Yeah, 4 ups.
Okay, so I lose a bike.
Sounds good.
Because they don't have 4 wounds.
Because they don't.
Hey man, Defcoptas, Tomb Blades. Anyways, well that was a big womp womp, which makes me happy that I'm charging in, so you can actually try to do something this turn.
Yeah.
All right, so then we've got a ton of tank busters inside.
Yeah, I think if the tank busters want to get rid of them, you're not gonna have a huge problem there.
Yeah. I gotta decide because I have a lot of like flat 3 damage and d6 damage.
Right.
These wraiths are scary.
Yo, and the wraiths have 3 wounds each, so that's an interesting target.
Exactly. I want to make sure we're out of range of Big Daddy there. The wraiths are the biggest threat to here.
Right.
Shooting wise, these are kind of the biggest threat to him, but even then, it's not as crazy. So we'll do. We can do 1 unit at a time. So we have first unit of tank busters. I'm going to do 5 tank busters, and I'm going to go ahead and shoot my 2 bomb squigs for that unit into the wraiths.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's the range on a bomb squig? How does the bomb squig?
So bomb squigs, single use, hits on a 2+, range 18.
Oh, nice. Wow.
And
great.
that's it. You can't target anything that has the fly keyword. So it's literally just the wraiths.
Nice.
Yeah. Who have fly but not fly, right?
Yeah.
So
They have wraith form.
that's right. We'll start with the bomb squigs.
Man, if I got like a
on
1
twos.
inch more charge or advance,
I know,
I'd be out of line of sight.
Exactly.
I needed it.
They both hit. They're strength 8, so winning on 3s.
What is this one?
This is bomb squigs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you got 2 at -2.
Okay, so 2 3-ups.
You got it.
Okay, one goes through. What's damage? D6?
D6. Yep. Sounds
1
good.
wraith
Ooh,
disappears.
Splat. All right, and this is the tank busters on 5s. Death Skulls reroll. Nice.
and then
One
Daka.
Daka on a 5. Nope. All right, and then on 3s again. Nice.
Okay, 2 3-ups.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay,
Nailed
we're
it.
good.
All right, let's go over to the next unit. Bomb squigs in here again.
Okay.
And just trying to make sure I'm making the right calls here. Yeah, I think same thing.
Okay.
So here's bomb squigs on 2s. Looks
Ooh.
good. On 3s. Oh, and there was a Daka in there too. So this is the wound roll, which I will re-roll. Failed. And then here's the Daka shot on a 2-up as well. Oh,
Nice.
which I will re-roll because I haven't done it to hit yet.
Oh, nice. Right.
So, and then wounding on a 3. There we go. I made that as complicated as possible.
Thank you.
you.
So 2 bomb squigs went through. 3-up saves for me.
Oh, you
In
6s.
style.
You 6s. All right, and then tank busters.
And this is into them as well?
Same thing. Yep.
Okay.
2 Dakas. Nice. Already used my re-rolls.
And they hit on 4s?
They hit on 5s.
There was a 4 in there.
There's 4 in there. All right. And then 3s. Oh gosh.
1
Just
reroll?
I already used it on bomb squigs.
Oh,
Same unit.
I understand.
Yeah.
Right. So 3-up. All right.
That's pretty good.
And what, you have 1 more unit
I
left?
have
or
1
that was
more
it?
unit. Yeah, I have 3 units in there.
Oh, these guys are scary. But
They're
this isn't
great.
working. The 3-up pinballs are tanking it.
I know. I know. Oh.
I'm so glad. This is not turning out for you.
No, it's not good at all. It's no bueno. So let's see.
But this is what wraiths do.
How many wounds on this boy? I know it's a high variance, right? I can either cut straight through them, or I'm just gonna bounce
8
off.
wounds on the Annihilation Barge.
8 wounds.
I thought you would have just removed that very easily.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
throw the last unit in there.
He does have quantum shielding though.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll put the bomb squigs in here because they literally can't target
So the
him.
bomb squigs into the wraiths.
The wraiths, and then the last unit into this boy. So here's the bomb squigs.
I'll spend the 1 CP on quantum deflection.
Okay, sounds good. So both bomb squigs hit.
Let's roll some ones.
Winning on 3s.
Reroll?
Do I want to? So now if you match my damage, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for the 3 damage, you just need a 3
3.
or less.
1, 2,
Yeah.
or 3. It's like a 4-up feel no pain.
Or
Or a 4-up ignore. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
No,
No.
I'll use it. There we go.
So 2 wounds on my wraiths, 3-up in Valms.
Hey.
Ooh, 1 more now.
Maybe. Unless I roll
No,
one.
no.
Oh, okay.
You rolled a 2, but I'm gonna re-roll it because
Sounds
I
good.
want my wraith. So
All
my
right,
wraith
sounds good.
lives.
Cool.
So that's another CP for me.
You got it.
All right, and then 5 tank bust is the tank bust is into the annihilation barge. I'm re-rolling to hit because your vehicle. Oops, on 5s. And re-rolling.
Yep.
Oops.
Oh,
3 Dakas.
money.
On 5s, re-rolling.
Oh my god.
So good.
Brian, I can't unsee it. Your sleeves don't match. And I can't.
Okay.
It's killing me.
Oh man. And then this is on 3s. I already used my re-roll. Only
What's
-2
the-
though.
So 6 up save.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
I believe in you. Oh, Brian,
listen,
you're killing
that
me.
counts.
That'd be 9 damage, so you only need one 3 down.
Yeah. So here's my quantum deflection.
Oh, good thing you spent it.
100% cancel.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
That was amazing.
Holy crap.
And it was like perfectly the 3s just to mock you.
I know, right?
It was great.
Well,
Feel like a prognosticator.
That's pretty
Over
rough,
here.
Brian. That's
That was
pretty
good.
rough. Oh my
Necron's
gosh.
got Necron.
That's nuts. All right, let's see. We have
I lost basically nothing.
basically nothing. Yeah,
Your target priorities have not been working out.
that was rough.
One Wraith,
I lost a Wraith and a Tomb Blade. The Tomb Blade could come back though.
which don't have 4 wins.
I know, they don't.
I'm not going to let you live that down.
Sorry.
We could play them as 4
I
wounds
just kept
if you
going
wanna
out.
ask
I was
for it.
like, do they have 3 wounds? 4 wounds?
You still got more guns though.
Do I? So I've got Burnus here, and then we have little plinky stuff over here.
So I'm not saying the burners because the burners can't shoot out, right? It's the
Oh, that's right. It's arcade.
It's the
I don't put any weapons.
Oh,
on.
no weapons
No
on
weapons.
Okay, cool.
Just full melee. We do have a rocket here from the Big Mech into the Wraiths. On a 5. Death Skulls.
Plus.
Death Skulls. No.
Okay.
All right. Nothing else here. They moved up.
Ooh, I tanked it. Now let's see
totally
this combat
tanked it.
phase.
That
You're gonna
was so
fail your
rough.
charge.
I
And
know.
It's gonna be so good.
That was so rough. Charges.
All right. So what are you charging first?
Red roll. It's not a red roll.
It's not the red one. So we're gonna charge with the Bone
Fortress.
Breaker first.
Yep. Bone
Needs
Breaker.
like a 2.
Yep. Let's see it.
All right. Do you want to re-roll it?
Yeah, definitely. So he's in.
Okay. Ouch.
Blap. And then Squiggy.
What did you say he needed?
6.
All right.
This is also Praetorians, right?
Yeah. There's a Praetorian right here, all the way over.
Yep. So just Praetorians. I don't want to try to get any long mortal wounds.
Whew.
Okay.
All right.
You made it.
He's in.
It's close.
This is where I try to not break the terrain as I move him.
March,
Come
march, 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 march,
on.
But
march.
you
Big
do try to break the models.
The Hound is like tilting now. They're all.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, cool. So
He's
then
in.
we
And
do
he's going to do the mortal wounds.
mortal wounds on a 2+.
So let's see that
here's
one.
the 1.
I love that these things are not re-rollable now, too.
I know. It's on a 2+. It does D6 mortal wounds.
Oh, okay.
Again.
Don't
Again. Once
out.
more with feeling.
Into the breach.
No.
Yes! So I don't lose
that
anything.
sucks. That's actually.
That's a premonition about what's going to happen here.
That, my friend, is pretty rough. All right. Ooh,
I love this. This is good.
Not good.
Keep this going.
All right.
Keep
Where's
this gravy train.
my device? Jeez Louise. I don't totally regret shooting at the Wraiths because it is a variance thing, and I don't have a lot of other amazing solutions for it, but my God, that was rough. All right. So combat-wise, I think we're going to start with the Squiggoth, mostly because he has the toughest time piling in further, whereas the wagon has ways of doing that. Plus, it's the Squiggoth.
Yep.
So let's do this.
Squiggoth.
We got 8 attacks.
All right.
6, 7, 8. I don't get rerolls. This is
Okay.
what I wish I did.
Because he's not Death Skulls.
He's not. He is Death Skulls.
He
but he
doesn't-
doesn't get the benefit.
He doesn't get the benefit because he's an auxiliary
yeah.
detachment.
He's hitting on 3s.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
So hitting on 3s, strength just for fun, strength 12, and then -4 for d6.
Only
Minus
strength
4
12.
for
Yeah.
D6.
That's right.
I think you should be higher than strength 12.
No.
It is a little low.
That's low, Brian.
It is a little low. On 3s.
Let's see
This
those
is
twos.
Squiggoth.
Nice.
No, dude.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm liking it. All right, and then on
Mighty T5. So,
Threes.
no, 2s.
no,
strength
2s.
12.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Adrian.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Gorgon walk have abandoned
And
us.
so I get no invuln. And it's a -5, so my Mighty 3 up save means nothing. So
and you have 9 in the unit. I'm just deciding if I want to reroll with the CP
oh, I
to
see.
basically just guarantee killing another one.
Mm-hmm. Well, guarantee if you roll it.
I know, right?
So you're doing it?
I'll CP it. Yep. All right,
Okay.
there we go.
So
That's the right call.
now the first one dies because he's wounded.
Yep.
You can roll all the rest of these at once, can't you?
No.
You can't. You have to roll them one at a time.
All right.
Let's try it again.
I'm scared, guys. No!
Yes!
And that kills him.
Okay, let's
God.
keep doing this. This is so good.
All right,
Okay.
gosh.
So you killed 1, 2, 3.
3.
This is not good.
So bad.
Adrian.
I can't.
He's dropping
I
the
can't make
ball.
this luck, man. I don't know. It's rough.
Oh my god.
All right, fine. It's fine.
So you're
Bone
gonna...
breaker. Let's do this.
Yeah,
so
I'm not
it's gonna
interrupting
be
here.
6 plus d6 attacks.
Let's
so
see.
here's the one.
Let's see the one.
By the power of Gork and Mork. Ah!
Yes.
I wish I wasn't so predictable.
I
Man.
know.
So this is 6, 7.
Adrian's back. He's back in true form.
Got it, baby. On 2s. Hey, man, the tournament's over. I can put it back in. Death Skulls reroll because it is Death Skulls. And then Strength 8s and winning on
So
3s. Let's see it. Ooh, Death Skulls. All right,
good.
Nice. So those are all -2 for 2 each.
So 5 up.
Come on, 4s.
Listen, it's
Hey,
good.
that was great.
And 2 each, so I lose 1, 2, 3, 4. Go down. All right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 and 4.
That was painful to watch, Adrian.
Dude, that was such bad rolling. Because I really, again, see subsection A where if you don't kill Necrons, it doesn't matter.
Well, these guys, they come back, but they don't come back like crazy.
That's good to hear.
Sorry, I totally had a plan and then I forgot it.
Uh-huh.
Do you mind? I'm going to keep those guys
Yeah.
and not these guys.
Okay, that's fine.
I actually had like a real reason why
I
I
was
did
mostly just making sure I get my
Yeah.
engage, which I think I was already in, but just making sure. So you're good. Cool deal. Right.
that. All right.
Oh gosh.
And so for engage, you have to be wholly within. He's wholly within.
He is wholly within.
Then
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah. That's a turn.
I'm going to fight you back. So 4 attacks.
Yep.
I'm not going to give myself any pluses here. I'm going to just fight the bone breaker.
Sounds good.
So 3 hits.
Uh-huh.
And 5 to him. Nothing. All right. So I do have morale.
Oof.
So I lost 7.
Praetorians are immune.
That's true. They are immune. That's true. Yeah. I knew that.
And there you have it. So
No.
let's score up that turn. Adrian,
right, so
you engaged on fronts.
I engaged on 3 fronts, which gives me 2 points, and
That's
I've raised
it.
3 banners for future reference. And this red roll is just like scanning. He's just scanning the ground.
Scanning it.
Oof.
So if we go to
You,
Brian,
That was so
you
bad.
kept me alive. I'm so lucky.
That was so horrible.
That was horrible.
now
yeah.
Brian, for data intercept, you control currently 3. Do you you don't
So
control
I think
3?
I took you off this one.
Yeah, I think we
when-
have the same number of models on
When
it.
is reanimation?
Huh?
When is reanimation?
Reanimation is at the start of turn.
Which is before the command phase? And the command phase is the phase in which you score your points, correct?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I don't know. So okay, so reanimation is at the start of your turn.
Yep.
Then the command phase is
A
the
phase.
phase after the start of your turn.
What's the first phase in your turn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the first phase.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I don't really know how
Okay,
this
we're
works.
gonna leave it up to Bridger. What do you think?
Why? You're gonna put this on me?
Yeah, you're
I
the
think,
judge.
I think you reanimate and then score. But that's just me.
It feels plausible.
They both feel plausible to
Yeah.
me. I couldn't tell you.
All right, let's give it a go.
I think
1,
that if
2,
there were a proper phasing system
4,
in the game,
5, 6.
you would reanimate and then
7.
score.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I was thinking the opposite. All right, that's fine. Let's go for it.
All
so this
right.
is on 5s unless you want to spend a CP?
Yeah.
Or are they not
it's
eligible?
2 CP, and it only lets me reroll 1s, which isn't. You know what I mean?
We should do it.
I only need 1 5 here to control the objective.
Yeah,
So.
you'll be fine. Wow.
So I get 2 back, and it only would have been a 1, and it wouldn't have mattered, right? So
Exactly.
So 2 back.
Which is enough to do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hold 3.
Yeah.
Which gives you.
Well, so here's a question though.
Yeah. Wait, they can't be in engagement range. Are they in engagement range?
Well,
No.
No, that's fine.
Okay, then you're good.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Now,
You're
what's
good.
your question?
I don't think it matters because I would have taken it from him when he takes it back before you do the
Before
dev
he
scan.
scores, right.
Yeah, so that's fine too. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, sounds good. Just
It's
making sure.
weird though, right?
It is weird.
It
It is
is
weird. Because there is this moment where you don't
it's
control
a super
it,
unique
and then you
situation.
just jump back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Well.
Oh, even better. You score at the end of your command
phase. That's right.
So even if
Okay. Cool.
reanimation protocol were in the command phase,
Yeah.
it would happen before.
Which I imagine it will be.
Man, good thing I made the right call there, huh?
No, it's good. It's good. I felt comfortable with it either
Oh,
way.
I'm gonna reanimate
Just
a
takes some
bike.
thinking about.
Come on.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, wow, he did it. He actually. That happened.
Oh my gosh.
And do you want to spend the CP to reanimate a
The
Wraith?
Wraith? I do not. Thanks.
You should.
Just throwing it out there. It's an option, Brian.
It is an option. I appreciate that is true,
That's
but
right.
I super duper do not care. All right, and I got what, 10 primary?
You did, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to give my will be done to the bikes again. I'm going to spend 1 on the Pharaoh's Will.
Sounds good.
To also give it to maybe the Annihilation Barge. Really, it lived, and I'm proud of it. So I'm going to give it to the Annihilation Barge.
I'm happy for it. I'm happy for both of you.
Thanks.
Gosh.
I'm happy about it also.
Thank you, S, with the 777. Hey, Titans. Excited to finally watch live. I'm in 2 Crusade games with new folks at the moment, as Blood Angels and Tau. What are fluffy and less strong but still fun units? Well, Tau, you're good. Don't worry.
Well, you have to be careful to make it fun.
Tau can be very strong if your opponent isn't, playing in a particular way to come against them.
Kroot? You can bring Kroot.
Oh my gosh.
You could bring Kroot. Kroot's fun, actually.
You can bring...
And Kroot can be good if you want them to be.
Anything from Forge World?
I think playing that MSU style of Tau would be great. Like, bring things like Devilfish that are doing scoring, but they're also killable. I would play around with that style rather than other styles of Tau where the entire goal is to not be touched or reacted with.
Yes.
So that's what I would design towards.
For Blood Angels, fluffy and not strong is tough because their fluffy stuff, like their fluff matches their rules, and all their fluffy units are like they're good units.
Right. I mean, obviously, don't max out on smash caps and stuff.
Well, no, that's not fluffy. Don't do that.
That's completely fluffy.
You think so?
3
Blood Angels?
lone smash captains? I don't think that's
the stuff of legends.
Not buying it. Nope.
All right.
But it's tough because their fluffy stuff is good. Like Death Company are good. Sanguinary Guard are good.
Yeah.
All the buff characters that you would expect to see with those models are good. Lib Dreads are fine. Like they're not amazing, but they're decent.
So take those.
Oh, you know what you could do? You could take the Ball Predators. Those are kind of poopy.
Yeah.
Ball Predators are not amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Ryan. Thanks for the best Warhammer content around. Looking for some help with Genestealer Cult secondaries. I keep losing my games with very few points scored.
Yeah. Thanks, man. So if you are playing GT Pack scanners every single game, popping on, doing scanners, getting transports up in the midfield, and having them not run out literally, but go out and then scan. So for me, the GT pack, I always use scanners with GSC. I do it with almost all my lists, but especially GSC. Engage in all fronts, same idea. Small units, bikes, and you wouldn't generally perfect ambush, but like 2 CP, for example, to pop directly onto an objective if you really need, or onto an objective or onto a board side. I would look for Linebreaker, because that is an army that actually could do Linebreaker very quickly. It only takes 4 turns rather than Engage taking 5 turns of maximizing your Engage, right? So those are both 2 options. I know they're in the same category. But yeah, so I would take one of those.
Do you get the same number of attacks if you didn't charge?
No, I only get 6.
Sorry.
The D6 goes away if I don't charge.
So it's...
Oh, and if you charge me, I don't get it.
If I charge you, you don't get it. Okay.
Yeah, it's not angry charge. So yeah, scanners, in one of those Engage ones, and then the third one becomes tougher. This one, honestly, look at the mission a lot, but that third pick's going to be tougher. You could assassinate, maybe.
Good advice, Adrian.
Thank you.
I'm going to use my Veil of Darkness to teleport these 2 units.
Oh, dang.
Spooky.
Spoopy.
Thank you, Depths Walker. Hey guys, long-time lurker, first-time talker. What's your opinion on Ophidians? Tactically useful of just first-gen Wraith nostalgia throwback. Also, reanimation per round alternative, invuln, or actually different enough.
So the Ophidians are interesting. My personal concern is I like Wraiths. I like the durability of Wraiths, and those Ophidians, they're faster than, for example, the new ground discores, the Scorpex, and so that's intriguing. But they kind of, to me, I have the same concern about the durability of these things that are kind of running up the board, whereas Wraiths are like, they don't hit as hard for sure. Like those new ones, they slap the Ophidians, but the durability matters a lot, as we saw. If these were Ophidians, they'd be dead right now.
They would be dead.
And then the second question about reanimation protocol?
Yeah. So the reanimation per round alternate invuln are actually different enough. Like he's talking about the new reanimation.
We actually haven't seen the new reanimation rule.
Right.
All we know about it is that it triggers after you get shot.
Right.
But we don't know how it works.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to comment on it.
Yeah,
I think it's much more interesting in the sense that you no longer have this problem where your unit just gets wiped over a turn and you have no chance to reanimate.
Yeah.
So purely just based on the premise that you get to reanimate, you get a chance to reanimate where before you probably didn't have one. I like that, regardless of how it turns out with the rest of it.
Agreed.
Let's get one more in.
All
Thank
right,
you,
let's do it.
Colin. Your content was what finally got me to pick up 40k. In your opinion, what do Tyranids need most from our next codex to become a competitive army?
Ooh. Honestly, I think they're just like a turn away from being.
There's a few
quite
little
good.
things that they could do, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm biased, but I love the
Go
big
for it.
monsters.
Yeah.
And I would love to see them either increase their durability a bit or their lethality. I think either of those could work. I think they need to. I think durability is probably better.
Yes.
And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's toughness. Maybe it's a combination of toughness and more wounds. But I get that they don't want to give them an invuln. That's cool. But then they need more wounds or toughness. To make it
Or
work.
reduce damage by 1 or something
the
like
reduced
that.
damage, something like that.
I've been saying for like 2 years that they should just double the wounds on all the big Tyranids.
That
But
makes small arms
reducing
very
damage by
ineffective.
1
Is
is a
better.
lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Something like that would be great.
That'd be a big change, honestly.
I agree.
Because a lot of the other units are great. I think the troops are good.
Yeah.
Gaunts are way better than Hormagaunts to me personally, but
They need to make the Hormagaunts a little more lethal, teeny bit more.
yeah, a
They
little bit.
have nothing.
Especially
There's,
for the points difference.
there's just
right now.
nothing
Yeah.
scary about them.
Yeah. So yeah, but honestly, I think they're not that far away from being
Because like the
quite
pile
good.
and tag ability is no longer as interesting.
Yeah.
In many ways, in my opinion,
Yeah.
but yeah.
True.
All right.
All right. So I'm honestly this is good position. I'm up
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
I'm holding you back on one of these. Holding you back on one of these objectives here.
Yep.
And we got everyone in range, and we're in all 4 quarters for engage. Like we're playing the game over here.
I like it.
We have a chance to make some charges and take objectives
Whoa.
from you.
Yeah.
So we could take both this
I was
objective.
answering questions.
We could take both this objective and that objective and kill your Psyker
Yeah.
all in one go.
That'd be really nice.
That would be great.
Yeah.
So
Tyranid was like legitimately startled.
I had no idea.
so the Scorpec Lord was going to come in here and fight the big boy. But I think it's more interesting to force you to make hard decisions rather than the obvious choices.
That's fascinating. Yeah, because he was my biggest concern about coming here in general, and now he's a different kind of problem.
He's a different
So
problem.
I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, exactly. You got to keep. You don't want your plan to be so obvious.
No. That's why I was choosing the weird targets for my shooting.
I'm with it. So let's enter the shooting phase.
Let us.
And we have a lot of guns, so I'm going to do the warriors first, and I'll get all the little character guns out of the way.
Cool.
Actually, I'll do the warriors last, because if I kill,
You want to be able to shoot.
then
the
I
guys
can
to
shoot
get
the
out.
boys inside.
Yep.
So we're going to start with the barge here, and it does have the +1 this time because I did it right.
There you go.
So that's something. 2, 4, 6, 7. One more is 8. So hitting on 2s and 5 and 6s explode.
Sounds good.
Oh, the 1s.
Oh my gosh.
So 5s and 6s, there's only 3.
Yeah.
Didn't turn out again this time, but it's all good. Like it's still more hits than I shot with, and I would have had no hits.
The volume is nerve-wracking.
Now, and I will have
That's
AP.
true.
I will have AP this time with my whole army
half
so
range.
close.
Yep.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
Huh.
So 1, 2,
Oh my
3,
gosh.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm out of reroll 1 range.
Yep.
But there's 9 wounds for you at -1.
Ryan, I don't
So
like
9
that.
5 ups.
5 ups.
That's enough to hurt.
Okay.
There's straight 9 to you. Ouch, my man.
Man.
Takes you to 14, right?
That's a lot of damage, Adrian.
Wow. Yeah.
So he did pay off.
Nope.
How about that? That's a cute little boy right there.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Should have killed him.
1, 2,
I should have predicted you rolling 5s and me not rolling
3. So here is here are the bikes who could do the same thing.
Yep. Pretty scary.
Let's hit on 2s. Okay, 5s and 6s were real this time.
Right.
So 2 for this one, 2 for that one, 2 for this one. We're gonna run out of dice. 2 for this one.
I feel for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
2 for this one. 2 for that one.
Oh my gosh.
And then I need 1, 2, 3, 4 more dice. We don't even have them.
I have 2 dice.
You might have to tone it down, Brian. If the
Yeah.
Squiggoth dies
1,
before
2,
it does
3.
anything,
We
in
need
this
1
game,
more.
People are gonna riot.
It's gonna be boring.
Listen, Adrian just had his chance. I missed.
I might restart the show, Brian.
These bikes are killing it.
Oh my gosh. It's just
Yes.
sheer volume. And taking that
Yes.
1 higher strength, you're exactly right.
And I am re-rolling my 1s here. Cocked and cocked. Okay, and doesn't look crazy. It looks oh, now it's crazy.
It's pretty good.
No, This is actually, I take it back. This is amazing.
It's so good.
Oh my god, you're done.
No.
You're finished. This might straight kill you. This
Brian.
looks like 14 wounds.
You're a mean man.
So 5 ups.
All right.
Small arms.
Gork and Mork. Or Mork and Gork.
Last time you said that, I think you rolled a 1.
Huh?
That was not
Wow, that was horrible. This is some of the worst rolling I've done in a long time.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It has 2 wounds left.
Okay, I don't have to check my exploding profile yet.
So the Royal Warden.
Oh, he doesn't even explode.
He doesn't even
so
explode.
lame. He just falls over.
He's like, guess I'll die.
So the
Should
Royal
stay as
Warden
terrain.
actually has been quite a menace in shooting.
Yeah.
So we're going to see if he can do it on Ballistic Tail 3. So, oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
So on 5s, these are -2 for 2 each. So any one of these and you die.
5 ups.
Gets ya.
These dice, man.
The
These
Royal
dice.
Warden. The Royal Warden gets the kill.
Oh my gosh. All right.
How
So
many
I can roll
boys
for 16 boys?
That's a lot of boys.
Yep. 4, 5, 3, 4, 5.
Adrian.
I'm so sad.
Adrian, what are you doing?
I truthfully can't even blame you because that was just my rolling. My
yeah,
friend.
that was all you.
I got you.
Yeah.
So here's.
I did go hot on those 2 Teslas though.
Oh my
Or
gosh,
mostly
yeah.
on this Tesla.
It's that.
It's the fact that you made no saves here.
Out of, and then only what 3, 4 out of the
3
other one?
out of the like 17
that,
or 15.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. All right.
So one's to kill. It's not good. It's almost a unit attack.
Oh my
busters.
gosh. Okay. Give me a moment. I'm just gonna go cry over here.
It's all falling apart over here for
That was
the
so
orcs.
bad.
We need to please hold Adriana's crying screen.
Can we get
Yeah.
some F's in chat?
Yeah, that's right. We need
Yeah.
we need like a screen that has like elevator music that has like an icon of Adrian with tears. And
Yeah.
it comes back and he's just like sniffling and his eyes are all red.
Everything's fine. So.
Now, are you going to pull from separate units, or are you going to have one tiny unit now?
Well, you don't want to take morale, do you?
Well, if I only take 1, I can't actually.
That's right. So if he pulls from separate units, he doesn't have morale issue.
Yeah. Precisely. Let's see. So organize by shirt color.
Yeah.
3, 4. They actually are.
Adrian, they're not going to be on the table very long. I don't think you have to.
So this is where I blow up his unit over here with my Doomsday Arc, who is doing the objective, and it all just comes crashing down.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Not sure.
There's no amazing place to go, but you can be at a rapid fire at the very least.
Yeah.
While you're doing that,
Go for it.
while you're doing that, I am going to shoot your. I am going to shoot down here, downfield at your tank with my Annihilation Barge or Doomsday Arc. I'm sorry. So
You better be.
we ready to go? Let's,
Go for
Yeah,
it.
you can roll.
Let's do it.
I'm just.
So here's the number of shots. It's a big 4. It's a good number. So hitting here on 3s, it's 100%
Nice.
with 3 6s.
Oh my god.
And wounding here on 3s again. Oh, I'm going to reroll 1 of them. So it's 3 wounds for you.
Mm-hmm.
You want to throw them into the box? 3
There we
wounds
go.
from Adrian.
Hup,
1,
hup,
2,
Hup.
3. You
Did
passed 2.
Oh, okay. I should roll like that more often.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So here we are.
This is bad.
D6, it's just 2.
Okay.
So you're down to 14 wounds. My small arms, as I imagine, can't see anything because you're way far back.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now I have some warriors.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
gonna go with the unit on the left, which has much worse visibility.
Yeah.
None of these guys can see. Like none of those guys. So never mind. So I'm gonna go with the unit on the right because the unit on the left cannot see anything. All right. And I think no one's in rapid fire, but we are all within range. So it's just 20 shots.
Just 20 shots, fine.
And how many units do you have here?
I have 3 units of 4.
So I'll split it 10. I'll split it 10 and 10.
Sounds good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Major, help
8,
me.
9, 10. So 10
Sorry,
shots into 1 unit. On 3s.
Yeah. Okay.
And then on 4s.
You got it.
Rerolling 1s. Good.
5
So these are -1.
Yep, involves. Hey, down 1.
Okay. And then one more time.
Sounds good.
The next unit. Good hitting. It's not good wounding yet, but we got the rerolls. Let's turn around now. So just 2 wounds for you.
Okay. 5s. Hey.
Ooh, funny. All right. I think that's all my guns. Some of my characters are not in range. They're all like 18.
I didn't hear no bell, Brian. Come on.
So we do have the shooting over there. So we have 5 immortals.
Yep.
We're going to shoot them into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to shoot them into the back unit of Grots.
Okay.
Because I don't want to make my charge any harder.
Yep.
So on 3s.
Cool.
And then toughness 2. So on 2s.
Oh.
So that's 3 die.
Yep.
Now we've got the Scorpek Lord, who has some interesting gun. I think it's a D3 shots, or let me see. It's 2 D3 shots, and we're doing it the same way. So it's 3 shots, 2s, and then strength 6, so on 2s, and it's minus.
At least 1.
It's -1. Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, down to 5 on those boys.
All right. So we do have a number of charges here. We're going to go from the easiest to the hardest. We've got the Wraiths here into your Storm Boys. It's an anything but.
You got it.
And we'll just move it up to there.
You can fly to the other side of him, can't you?
I don't want to. I don't see any reason to get any closer. Although you have an instant charge, so it's not really. It's not really a thing. So my 3 Scarabs are going to charge your Bone Breaker.
I like it.
Just more units to hold ya.
I feel you.
Hold ya in place.
Da-na-na-na.
And here we go. Get this out of the way. There we are. I'll just put it here.
It's all coming apart, Adrian.
It is falling apart.
I appreciate you made it sound like it was like a gradual thing and not like a torrent of
not like it fell apart when this big thing just fell over.
And that is why, again, I think the Squiggoth is like just around the corner from being good, right?
Yeah.
It's like if it had a better armor or something.
So the Scorpek
Like
Lord,
rotate ion shields on it, that'd be nice.
The Scorpek Lord is going to charge both your Grots and your character.
Yep.
So let's see the big 9. Did I get it? No.
Big 6.
So command point.
Oh, here he goes.
Oh,
It
no!
doesn't. That's bad for you, Adrian.
This is all real bad.
That's pretty bad.
And then the Immortals coming in just against the Grots on the 9. No.
Okay.
There's some mercy.
Yeah, there is
Not
some
really.
mercy in the world.
Not really. How you feeling?
Pretty terrible.
So
right.
we're gonna fight.
Yeah.
We're gonna fight with the Wraiths, I suppose.
Sure.
If there's no good place for you to interrupt.
No.
But that's the best of them.
Yep.
Because you do have what, like a killer saw?
I do
or
have
something?
a kill saw in there, which would
Good
be
for you.
quite good, actually.
Yeah, that actually would be good against me. Yeah. Other than
Except
the
for your invuln.
other than the invuln. Yeah.
The
3,
invuln.
6.
And this again is why I like Wraiths and why I'm skeptical of the new unit.
Okay. So here I am hitting here on 3s.
Whoa! There is a god and he's an orc.
That was a lot of ones.
Oh my gosh.
So strength 6. So
2s, 3s,
3s.
Okay.
It's -2.
6 up invulns. Death Skulls. They're the luckiest
Death
gifts.
Skulls. Yeah, luckiest gifts.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, that.
So that was
Means you still contest.
I'm OBSEC.
he's offset.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I need to wipe the squad.
That's a big deal. That's unexpected.
Okay. So here's the thing. Do I try to contest the objective by wiping the Grot squad?
Right.
Or do I just try to kill the Psyker? I think we've got the Psyker, we'll kill the Psyker.
Yeah.
So I think that's the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
The Scorpek Lord is gonna, because I can throttle, I can go more attacks. I could do 8 attacks with my claw, or I could just do my big attacks and just like make you go away.
He's got like a General Grievous thing going on, right? He can put his hands together or pull them
Oh, is that
apart.
what it is?
Yeah. So I'm gonna do the big attacks against your the Hyperphase Harvester.
Oh,
It's kind of mean.
that's pretty grim.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do that against your weird boy. So just my 4 attacks. Just my 4 attacks, and you've got 4 wounds.
Yeah.
Well, and you have no arm. Damage 3.
Okay. I have a 6 up invuln.
Yeah. So I'm trying to decide whether 8 attacks with the smaller hand is better than 4 attacks, because this is also -1 to hit.
Grievous did look cooler when he pulled all his swords
When he had all the
separately.
lightsabers?
Brandon, don't say that.
Spinning them around.
That's definitely the better option.
It looked cooler.
I could pay 1 CP for +1 to hit though, which would help make this a little more of a sure thing. He does
rating on what? 3s?
3s, but he rerolls his 1s natively.
So you should just not spend it and then use it on a reroll.
Yeah.
If you fail.
Fair enough. Okay, here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, and
What's the strength?
strength 6. Oh, sorry, strength 8.
Of course.
I'm just gonna let it go. So on 2s.
Come on.
And I reroll my 1.
Oh, no, that was such a tease.
So you need 2 6s.
Come on.
You could do it. You've done it before.
Yes.
No, not this time.
It was like not even like a
Not
token
even a close.
of
So he
anything.
goes down.
He's down.
All right. And that makes it your activation.
Yes. Bone breaker.
That's right.
Let's do this. So down to 6 attacks.
Excuse me, Brian. You didn't fight with your scarabs?
That's true. That's true.
Yes. Listen.
Why are you disrespecting
Let's
the
do it.
scarabs? That's messed up.
6s to hit and wound. 1 wound.
6s to hit.
Well,
6s to hit
6s to hit and
wounds.
wound.
Oh, okay.
And then 6s again to wound. So 2 wounds.
Cool. 3s. Takes a wound.
All right.
There you go, Brian.
Thanks.
Bone breaker into the Praetorians. Here we go on 2s. Death skulls. Nice.
Okay.
And then 3s.
Let's see it.
Nice.
Ooh.
Death skulls. Yes.
Good. So -2.
You got it.
So
5s.
5s. Do I lose the whole squad? No.
Oh,
I do not.
Ryan, you're killing me.
I am an animal.
God. What is that? I see we've fully reverted to our normal rolling.
Yes, we're back to our proper roles on this channel here.
That's right. So let's see. So I took 1, so I'm down to 15 on this boy.
Okay, and now it's your fight, or my fight technically with my Praetorians.
Sure.
Doesn't make a huge difference. And 5s, just the 1.
Sounds good. And hup.
There's a save. Okay, so now you've got your Storm Boys.
Storm boys.
Can they make a dent?
So the kill saw is in an awkward position regardless because it's a 2 damage weapon.
Right.
So I still should start with it though.
Yeah, of course.
So we've got 3 attacks with the knob. Here we go. Hitting on 4s. So it's -1. Death skulls.
So far, so good.
Yep.
Okay.
And then on what's your toughness?
T5.
T5. So on the 2s.
Oh, 2s.
Yeah. It's the strength 5 for the boss knob.
Nice.
All right. So 2 invulns for flat 2 each.
Let's see it.
Yes.
Oh, listen, you did
I'll take it. I'll take it. We're getting crumping, man.
All right.
All right. And then we have.
This is where the orcs shine.
Yeah, that's right.
These Death Skulls, they don't want none of that DACA. They want to get crumping.
Right. All right. So this is Choppas on 3s. Wow.
You rolled the same as me.
Wow.
That sucks.
Oops.
5 to wound. Nothing. Death Skulls.
Death skulls.
Nothing. Wow. Okay.
Like,
This was
the
a
big
slap
boss,
fight.
he did his thing. That's all right.
Everyone was just standing around watching that one guy saw
Right.
one of them in half.
Like, my
Everyone's
God.
like, what is going on over there?
I think he's dead. He's dead, Johnny. All right,
so you can fight me with those grots if you want.
Yeah, we'll get some pile-ins and some slaps.
Yeah.
Chip, 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 chip. So just 4 grots. Hup. 5. Hup. Hup. 6. Hup.
Okay.
All right.
So we done did the fight. I don't
it.
have any morale. Or I don't have any morale. Leadership
No,
10.
and
you do.
No, I
No.
lost 1. Well, they
lost-
can't fail.
You
Lost 1.
1
I
this
lost
turn.
1 last turn.
Right. And you do have the grot unit that lost 5.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a.
And they have what? Leadership 6? Oh!
Auto pass.
They're brave.
I'll take it.
They're brave.
Didn't even have to crump their heads. Cool. Shall we do some cleanup and some point scoring?
Yeah.
So
I'll do
you
cleanup.
engage on 3 fronts, right?
All 4.
All 4.
Yeah, boy, because he's here.
Brian's
He's here.
engaging.
And he said he wouldn't do it.
I actually didn't think that I would teleport.
Well, that was unexpected and cool. All
I
right.
thought that between all my guns, I'd get you down. And
The
so
Squiggoth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I felt like the
fair.
Scorpack Lord would just be hanging out doing nothing.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a weird, cool play.
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
You ready for Orcs turn 2?
Let's do it. We're getting back in the game, boys.
Now,
Everything's fine.
Before you go anywhere, Adrian.
Yeah. Oh, I actually do have some more leadership, but
Well, do that.
so tank busted. That's down to 1.
Oh, yeah, right.
That
That gets him?
gets him.
Yeah.
He's,
And
only
then-
leadership, he's less than leadership 5?
No, I lost 4.
He lost 4.
This
Oh,
is
4
down
plus 4. Yep.
is 8.
Mhm.
That's more
And
than
there's
7.
another squad that lost 2 or 3?
No, I saved all of them. Remember? Yeah. They only lost 1 each.
Okay, great.
Sounds good. All right, cool. Go ahead,
Okay. And now, how many
Oh,
objectives do you control?
Right. I'm on 1, 2, 3.
Yep, he's on 3.
So I hold the
So you
same
get-
as Brian.
3 data intercepts, and you get 10 primary.
You got it.
That's right.
Oh,
And
And
he
you
gets,
get 3 banners.
Yeah,
3
because
banners.
I didn't take either of them.
Yeah,
any
this
of them
was
away from
nuts.
me.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Can I have a tape measure?
Yeah, I was actually gonna stay here with the Immortals and try to shoot them off,
Right.
so that I could just almost guarantee. But I thought the race would get you in combat.
I
honestly did.
honestly thought they did too. I was like, yeah, I really
Yeah.
thought I was dead. So that's something.
All right. Well, this super chat is perhaps in poor taste now, but thank you, Gallagher. Gallagher says, "Your big squig is here." Whoa!
It's slight correction. Was here.
He was here. Gone but not forgotten.
Not forgotten. Never forgotten.
Never.
What
I love that model so
for what
much,
it's worth,
but my God.
For what it's worth, you could have chosen to back him up.
Oh,
right?
I said it was the wrong
And you
call.
said that, like, so you could have
But
backed
it's
him
the
up
cooler
out of
stuff.
my short range.
Yeah.
And now it was my long range guns that did most of the work, but the AP, I wouldn't have had AP, and the truth is it would have almost certainly survived.
Well,
Like, there was no reason.
did you even shoot your big cannon?
No, I didn't. I didn't, but you
I
could
feel
have
like you
backed
still would have killed it.
you could have backed it up to the point where it was a lot more safe.
That is true.
And you did it for fluffy reasons.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mona Deer. Hey guys, thanks for the high quality content. I recently lost 2 times against sisters. Any advice for a suffering thousand son? Greetings from the woods of Austria.
Oh, that's a tough
Yeah,
matchup.
that is tough.
Oh man.
They have all those denies when they need it against you.
And they also have the bodies.
And they have that rod of mortal wounds.
The
That's
Rod of Mortal
brutal
Wounds.
against an elite
The
army.
Rod of
yeah.
Mortal Wounds almost lost me a game at LVO this year.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know it even existed, and the dude had like 3 of them in his army.
Oh my gosh.
So we did 3d3 mortal wounds to a commander, turn 1, with it. And I was like, what? And it's like, I have 40 drones, but you can't pass off mortal wounds to drones, right?
Right.
So I just lost the commander
Oh my
right off the
gosh.
top, and I was like, oh my god.
And
Like,
it makes them untargetable for psychic stuff. So that's usually the solution for Thousand Suns is snipe that character out, but you can't there.
yeah, that was
That's
rough.
nuts.
But yeah, I don't know. That's a tough matchup. I think they ignore AP 1, or if they're doing the ignore AP 1 and 2, then all your efficiency is just gone,
That's rough.
and it's rough. What you need to do is you need to psychic target down their characters that are giving the aura of AP, ignoring the AP additional AP.
The Imagifier.
The Imagifier, yeah. So you take down the Imagifier, and then
Yeah.
you use your AP2 bolters from your Terminators and double shoot, and just wreck. So that's the trick. Come in close, get the psychic spells off, bring in the Terminators, double shoot, and you'll clear like 30 sisters, and then you'll charge, and it'll be lights out. So if you could get that Imagifier down because you have AP2 on your bolters, then you can win.
Yeah. And you can win.
Thank you, Gershawatts. Thank you all for your great content. Tau question. A list with 2 Cold Stars, 2 Riptides, and 3 CIB Crisis and Breacher Squads. Is it viable for Farsight?
Yes, absolutely. Those are all units that can work in Farsight. You know, it plays differently than that army would have in 8th edition, considerably. And frankly, it's quite a bit harder to play and quite a bit less durable at the same time. So you're not going to have any easy games, but it's fun. It's a fun challenge, and the army has lots of mobility, and it's a lot of fun to play. So I think, yeah, go for it.
You have an invuln on this boy?
I do.
Such as?
4 up.
4 up, and he's -1 damage?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you're going to have a tough time getting through him.
Thank you, Nick. Love the show. Greetings from Canada. Loadout for a ghost kill to bother people while Riptide and Magnarel broadsides do the work.
I like the fusion. The main gun is the fusion, and then the small guns you can either put fusion or just flamers to keep them cheap. Yeah, those are good calls.
Thank you, Mike. Question about Immortal Pride, Warlord trait.
Yeah.
Psychic actions specifically say that Psychers can deny them. What about abilities like this?
I would say that you can deny. You know, when this is new rules and old rules interacting, it allows you to deny as though you were a Psyker, I thought, but it comes down to the wording. But anyways, whatever the wording is, the rule as intended is definitely that they'll let you deny it. So yeah, go for it. Go deny. Don't worry about like weird little fiddly rules like that. It's a psychic power that they're casting, and you have the ability to deny psychic power. It's very clear what you're supposed to be able to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blue. What is going on, Titans? Hope
Blue.
you are all staying safe.
Small grats.
Modeling question. In your opinion, what do you feel is the best airbrush paint? I've never painted using an airbrush and appreciate the advice. Keep up the great content.
Like which brand of paints are the best airbrush paints?
I believe so, yes.
I really like Vallejo personally.
Vallejo, yeah. That's my go-to. The paint lines I've been really loving is I like Vallejo from airbrush, and I really have been loving AK for just brushing.
Yeah.
So smooth.
AK is really great.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, Sandy. No more rerolling ones for dreadnoughts. How about bolter fusillades and a contemptor dread with twin bolter arms? Is it too cheesy?
No, it's not cheesy at all. In fact, you're giving up a lot to take bolter fusillades. I think you know, the reroll efficiency is going to be good when you don't have it. but you really have to tailor your army around a bunch of bolters. And the reason dreadnoughts with rerolls was good is because they had like missile launchers and autocannons and
Las cannons.
Getting a few extra rerolls on some heavy bolters, like cool, but it's not game breaking, not even remotely. So go for it. If you're excited about that, go for it. And don't feel bad at all. It's not even remotely cheesy.
Yeah, you're good.
Thank you, Alexandros. Yesterday, my Sicaran exploded first turn, killing my captain and lieutenant.
Wonderful.
5 damage to the Scorpius and 6 to the Ironclad Dread. It felt familiar.
Yeah.
I know your pain. Explosions in 9th edition are vicious. I didn't even know the Sicaran exploded for D6. I thought that was a D3.
It has enough wounds. It should be a D6.
14 wounds.
Redemptor explodes for a D6.
But all the Primaris stuff explodes. But this is an old Sicaran, right? I thought that
yeah,
was
but a Sicaran is like a quasi Land Raider. You know, it's like
It's
halfway
not.
between
It's
a
not.
Rhino and a Land Raider.
It's a fast attack tank, or now they made it an elite, I
It's
think.
a big Razorback.
But anyways, I thought it was D3.
2, 4, 6, 8.
So I was honestly, I'd be surprised to hear that.
Thank you, Sean. On average, how many transports should an army have? 100.
Well, it depends what you're transporting. Like, is the transport merely something to keep an OBSEC a little bit safe, or are you transporting the heart of your army? For instance, if you're like a World Eater's army and you're trying to get your Berserkers into combat, the transport is the core of your strategy.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're a Drukhari army and it's a way to just have a few Capelites move quickly and, you know, get them onto an objective a little safer, you know, it's not playing as central of a role. And so there's many armies that could have none. It's not a mandatory thing for 9th edition. It can just really help. Now, in this Orks army, this transport doubles as something to keep elite models safe, but it also in itself is the answer to the Space Marine matchup, which is his hardest matchup. So in this case, taking 2 of these is great because they do double duty. But some transports like the Devilfish for Tau, it's not that good. And the guys it's transporting are not going to be, they're not Berserkers. They're not going to be game winning. So I wouldn't over-index on them.
Can you toss me in advance?
Of course I can. Big fat 6.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Parker. Gauss Reaper warriors with the previewed Sautek Dynastic code. Royal Warden with Veil of Darkness sounds like a fun combo with the free fallback and shoot.
Sure does. All of a sudden, those guns actually sound a little scary. They're still more situational. And what I find is whenever I play like Silver Tide, it's so common that I shoot myself out of range. And those guns exacerbate that. So also the problem is when you start jumping around with a big Silver Tide unit, they lose all their auras. So it's like, oh, they don't have their Cryptek anymore. And they don't have their Lord anymore. And sure, they had their Overlord for 1 turn, but now they don't have it for the other turns. And they're so slow, they can't get back in position. Yeah. So I usually only like teleporting things that want to be independent anyways. And I hate teleporting my Cryptek away because now my Cryptek's not with the other blob. So I don't know. Veil of Darkness is tough. I like it. I like Veil of Darkness now as a combat threat. And now that we have so many good combat units, Veil of Darkness for a combat rather than shooting is more interesting for me.
That's right.
Thank you, Jesper. What are your opinions on running a 10+ troop squad? I really want to try a heavy close combat HQ army with 40 to 60 troops, but not sure if Blast is too dangerous.
So yes, don't run 11, just run 10.
Yeah.
For the you're only taking the semi-blast, which is totally fine, and it's really good. It's really, really good. In my list again, we talked about like the 6-up get up after you die, which is amazing if you're running tons of horde. So I think it's really good. I think it's very competitive. I would do it.
I just checked. This card does blow up for a D6. Wow.
Yeah.
It's mean.
Thank you, Joe. Big fan, longtime lurker. As a person who doesn't know what he's talking about, I have a strong opinion on first turn being OP in 9th. How about you?
First turn is better than second turn. I think we can say that.
Yeah.
And winning the dice roll is a big advantage because you get to choose.
Right.
So there's no doubt about that. The way to mitigate it is through terrain. We've talked about this a couple times. Is ensure that you have enough terrain to hide effectively, and that'll help a bit. There are some armies that, like the Harlequins, that are so fast they don't really care.
Right.
And in that sense, it's strong. But Harlequins don't care if they go second either.
That's right. Yeah.
And so,
if you feel first turn is overpowered because you're getting blasted off the table, then the terrain should be set up much more aggressively.
Yeah.
I think the reason first turn is really good is other reasons. It's positional, it's scoring, it's things like that. So I think you can, depending on what actually the problem is.
Just keep adding terrain until you find that you always want to go second.
Yeah.
And then when you hit that, like, balance that. Get to the point, like, when you put the terrain on the board, be like, wow, going second on this board is going to be great.
Right.
And then don't overdo it, because then you'll make shooting armies not viable.
Yeah.
But get to the point where it's just like going second's the way to be.
Exactly.
Well, I think most games have come up with this problem of first turn advantage. I don't think there exists a game where either first or second turn isn't advantageous. So you just have to take into account, you don't want first turn to be an instant lose.
Yeah.
But you do want it to be an advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So you just balance that.
I think that's true, and I think they can do a little bit more in the mission design. We've seen some people kick out some good ideas. One of the ones I loved is that second player could score first turn. I think that's super,
cool.
super really interesting. Or you could do more scoring at the bottom of the game, which could be pretty interesting. So
just give something to acknowledge, like, okay, if we've seen enough data to say that there is an advantage to going first, then give something. You know, like in Hearthstone, you get the coin if you don't go first, and that's mana you spend later on. Things like that. That's saying, okay, there is an advantage. How can we give the other person just a little bit more to make it work?
And right now, mechanically, they've given nothing to second player.
No, yeah,
right,
exactly,
correct.
And so, and a lot of people don't own a lot of terrain.
Yeah.
So
and for tournaments, it's a big problem, right?
And tournaments in particular don't have a lot of terrain.
So yeah.
So that is a problem in the reality of a tournament. It is an actual problem. Yeah.
All right, so sorry, I went kind of quiet there for a minute. I was trying to focus in on everything I had to do. So brief overview. I fell back with these boys. They're just going to sit on that objective. I'm going to charge up the tank here.
And realistically, the red roller should clear them unless I roll all threes.
Yes.
But really, like,
it's going to be 12 attacks, so.
And the truth is, you don't actually care if you kill me.
No,
like,
I'm already holding the point.
It's your point anyway.
Slowing your rates down.
Yeah.
Things like that. I'm going to be doing my not the scan, but the terminal with these grots here. They just kind of move back.
The data intercept. You're saying?
The data intercept.
Yep.
I'm just using basically range and distance as a way of kind of hiding them. Storm boys came out over here. We're going to go for these boys. I can take a pot shot at your big daddy here, and then I have tank busters here.
Is this with your missile launcher, you're saying?
Yeah, I have one rocket on him.
The rocker.
And then these guys are obsec again because of Death Skulls, so they were able to move within 3 of the objective, which is further than 3 from
Which
Brian.
allowed you to get your grots out of there.
And yeah, so my grots can just back up, and then
Very nice.
You know, he's still going to be a huge problem. I advanced over here so I can see through this window at this point.
Nice.
He did a really good job of hiding it.
These are the
other tank buster squad.
Oh, nice.
Otherwise, I would have probably tried to put 2 into him, but it was just 1. And then popping out here, also to hold the objective because my burner boys are obsec.
Fantastic.
Oh, and then in the back, in case you guys haven't seen that, I ended up putting both of my commandos here because I want to have as many chances as I can to actually make this charge and turn off a lot of points for you.
Yeah, so he's got 2 9-inch charges re-rollable, so he's got 4 chances to get this. And no matter what, odds. If you make it, pretty much no matter what, you've taken the point from me.
Yeah.
And so that's big, actually.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Speaking of which, Adrian, where are you doing your action?
Oh, right here.
He's doing it back in the corner.
So Grot's in this corner. Sorry,
so
right here.
He's really already here, as long as he doesn't fail one of these 4 charges.
Yeah.
Because you've taken that point from me, is that right?
Yep.
Because you've taken that point from me, you're really going to hurt me next turn.
Yeah.
You're going to hurt my secondaries and my primaries.
Yeah, try to take it back.
That's going to be really, really rough. You're not going to do that much damage to me this turn.
No.
But you will take me off the scoreboard a lot.
Absolutely. It was funny because, again, I started the list with the Squiggoth, and then I said, okay, well, what else do I need in this, right? What's the scoring power? So the rest of the list isn't that killy. It's just about scoring.
Yeah.
We'll see if I can survive, but that's the idea.
So you'll score. I'll hurt you real bad.
Yeah.
In return, though.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like whether that road or that speed bump slows me down enough.
Exactly.
That's the question.
That's the question. All right, so no psychic. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Scorpec Lord.
Oh, so good.
He was great.
Gosh.
He harvested you.
That was so gross.
Yeah.
Let's do some shooting. Let's go ahead. I have how many command points?
You have 5. Did I increase that?
I'm not sure.
No, that sounds right. You have 5.
And how many do I have?
Sounds good.
You have 8.
Right.
All right, we're gonna do more DACA on the tank busters into this annoying guy. Yeah.
I'm just gonna hope you miss. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quantum deflect again because it worked so well last time.
I know, it was so good.
I loved it.
All right, so this is 4 shots, hitting on 5s, re-rolling. Let's do it.
Oh.
Re-rolling.
Listen, it could all turn around. It did not turn around.
That was so bad.
Man, why'd you make me use my quantum deflection?
I spent 2 CP too, so.
I spent 1.
You dog.
That was. Is that how this turn's gonna go?
I hope not. All right, fine. We shook out those rolls, get them out of the way. This is a wound from the Squiggoth.
No, 14 wounds. I took 2 wounds off him last turn.
Oh yeah.
With this big gun.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Shake it off. It's fine.
There's a song about that.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
I don't even know what else to do now.
Are you gonna throw some shots at my Scorpec?
So we've got 3 rockets and a tank buster bomb.
Wonderful.
Into the Scorpec. Well, let's do it.
Very nice. Are
So-
the tank buster bombs are not one use?
They're not, no.
Oh, okay. Use them every turn.
Yeah, they're grenades. So they're D3
Oh, that's
shots.
the tank. That's the squig I was thinking of.
Yeah, D3 shots, D6 damage.
Oof.
We'll check it.
Okay.
D3 shots.
Big
3
money.
shots on 5s.
Can they hit though?
Ooh, Death Skull.
Death
reroll.
skulls?
No.
Okay.
Got 1. And then 3s, I assume. Yep.
Yep. So minus?
I will confirm.
It doesn't matter. It's as long as it's -1.
Yeah.
Then I got my 4 up. There it is. Are you gonna one-shot me? You
You
can't technically one-shot me, so don't worry about it.
That's true. All right,
We're seeing the
one
damage
moment.
on a tank buster bomb.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm just blanking
It's
all of a sudden.
D6, isn't it?
I thought it was D6. I could be crazy though.
I don't know.
I think it's D6. It
I
should
thought
at
it was
least
flat
be
3
D6.
actually. I thought it was the same as the
It's definitely one of those two.
It should be 2d6.
2d6. Okay, let's go with that.
I
Tank
think
Buster Bomb
all, like,
is D6 damage.
Okay.
Satchel
So
charges.
D6 with the reroll from Death Skulls. -1.
You can reroll that into a 1.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Here's a 1. I'm feeling 1 here.
So that turns into 2 damage.
Meow, meow.
So my boy has 4 wounds left.
Sounds good. And then 3 rockets on 5s. On 5s. Okay, so
Okay.
1 hit on a 3. And Death Skulls
Did you already use your reroll?
to wound? No. No,
Okay.
I rolled the 3. Yeah.
Got it.
So same thing.
So
Flat 3.
4 up. Made it.
Oh, yep.
So he's down to 4 wounds.
It was not unexpected.
Do you want to throw your rocket from
Yeah,
your
we'll do the lone rocket over here.
from your warlord?
Yep. On a 5. Nice. On a 3.
Death
Death Skulls.
Skulls?
Oop.
Of course.
What's up with my rolling, man? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes.
What else we
Yes.
got? We got these burners.
I do have burners, but here's the decision I have to make here, guys. Is do I want to try to charge warriors? Am I worried about you slapping me back? Probably, because I don't really have armor. So
Charging me is risky, isn't it?
I think it's way too
Because
risky.
then I could take that point back.
Exactly. So we're gonna torch them. So this is gonna be 8d3 shots.
Okay.
So here's 3, 5, 3 more. So d3 for each of these. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9,
10, 11.
12. This is 11.
It's D3. Yeah.
14.
14. Okay, cool.
Excellent.
So, so funny enough, this is actually mildly risky. How many do you have in the squad? 5?
For the burners?
Yeah.
I have 8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay. And so,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
if he killed
You're right.
the wrong number, I could actually pile a bunch at the start of my turn onto this objective. As long as I was in. Yep. So, depending on how many you kill, you actually give me the point.
That's very true. Good thing I rolled terribly. Maybe. Hopefully. All right. So you got 4 saves.
So 4.
Will not use my rerolls. Yeah, you're totally right. They should just not shot.
So minus.
Nothing.
So 4 ups. So only 1.
You're a gentleman. Oh gosh.
It's one of those things
It's
where
funky.
it's like killing me would actually help me.
Exactly. But fell back. Did not fall back, but I want to make a charge. We could do some pistols into your
My score pack lord.
Scorpec.
Let's see it.
5s. Death Skulls. Ooh.
Ooh.
Daka.
Okay. 2 hits.
And 5.
5 to win.
Death Skulls. Yeah.
Oh, no AP.
No AP.
3 up. Big man.
I'll take it.
That's great. So down to 3.
You got it.
Every wound on him counts because he's halving damage.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. I think that's it.
Okay.
Let's do some charges. All right, let's start with this. Commandos.
So he's got 4
Scarabs.
chances here, and he just needs a 9 on one.
Exactly. So looking for a 9.
There you go.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah. I
Come on.
got it.
So he's basically just going to hit me, pile in, and take the point.
Yep. Boop. Like so.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's good.
And one of them has to be within engagement range.
Gotcha. We'll try the charge onto this boy.
Oh, nice. And
just
how
to
far are
see.
you from that?
9 away.
Nice.
So I guess I need a 10 because of the -1. All right. Are we counting this as an inch?
Nope.
Sounds good.
So you're good. You made it.
I don't want to though.
Oh.
It was kind of like we'll see if it. Because again, if I don't kill you, have 8 wounds there.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to kill it. Whereas right now they're actually quite safe.
I see. Oh, you're right.
Well,
I understand.
they're not that safe. Because you have this guy with a ton of shots, and then the tomb blades are flexible enough. Yeah, we'll take it.
All right.
We'll take
It's
it.
coming on out.
Yep.
Any other? Yeah, you definitely have a bunch more charges, actually.
Yeah.
You got your Death Roller?
Death Roller to the Wraiths.
All
He's
right.
in. Amazing.
That's good.
Got that. Storm
How
Boys.
far of a charge for the Storm Boys? Probably about 4?
Yeah.
All right.
Something small.
All right.
And
You
I
made
will
it.
even reroll the 2 into a 1. There we go.
All right.
They're in here.
I'm understanding is that all?
I think that's all. Yeah.
All right. That's something.
Oh, I guess I could put burners into. How many attacks do your Praetorians have?
2 each.
2 each.
Mm-hmm.
So 4. Nah, I'm just gonna sit there.
Okay.
Cool deal.
So where are you fighting first, my man?
Good question. So let's see. Not worried here. Definitely not worried here. I don't think I'm worried here. So here.
Okay.
All right. So
Sorry, you're not worried here because you're already on the point?
I think so, yeah.
You are just out, so you want to do this one first.
Okay. Sounds good.
So the reason he wants to do this one first, because I'll interrupt, pile in and touch him, and then he won't get on the point. And his whole plan would not work.
Good to know. So we'll start with nobody's wounded, right? So here's the claw on 4s.
Wait, somebody's wounded.
One of them is wounded.
Oh, okay.
One of them has 3 wounds.
That's fine then.
Got
I'll
bumped.
take this. And then here's Death Skull's reroll. So 2 hits on 2s. Nice.
Okay.
So 2 go through it,
and
minus
it's
3.
how much damage?
D3.
So the
first one, 3.
Pops it.
Second one, 3.
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay.
And then commandos. Yep. Are you in cover? Are you getting the benefit of cover currently?
In combat?
No, are you touching the train?
Are you? Yeah.
Oh, looks like it.
Okay, cool. So the +1 to wound then.
Okay.
Great. So we've got 2 base, 3 for choppas. So 12 attacks.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and 4 dudes. All right. So hitting on 3s. Let's do it.
Big money. Let's see it. And then 2s to wound?
2s to wound.
Or
Okay, so those are already 2s. Yeah,
So-
but +1.
+1 to wound you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. Plus, I do, Yoda.
Okay.
right.
And minus?
Nothing on these.
So 6s.
6s.
So I lose the base and I lose the other base.
Sounds good.
You got him.
They did what the Squiggoth could not.
Yes.
Gosh.
When you put it that way.
They did a lot more than the Squiggoth could, actually.
Yeah.
So
actually really
you
sad.
want to interrupt anywhere?
I don't.
I
No
don't think so.
interruption. No interrupts.
All right, sounds good. We'll go here next.
All right. Bring it.
So we'll do claw first on 4s. Death Skull.
Good talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
bad.
then on. Oh, that was all miss. I thought there was 1 hit in there.
Nope. And
Okay.
then the boys on 3s.
Oh, there you
Sometimes
go.
you just can't make your own luck, you know? And then on 5s. You're not getting cover.
And you've got 1 reroll in here.
Got it. Oop, 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 oop.
Okay. So 3 wounds at a 4-up
Yeah.
save. There it is.
Oh,
Money.
good. Cool. That's good. Over
Ooh.
here, it's all the same. I don't have a special weapon on that
Okay.
knob. So that's going to be 5 boys.
Into my immortals.
15, 16 attacks.
Can the immortals tank it?
Right? So this was 12, 13, 16.
All right, let's see it.
3s. Oh, God. Look at this. Look at this.
1 Death Skulls.
Oh, my God. Death Skull.
There you go.
Yeah. On 4s. Hup.
Oh, real bad. 2 wounds.
This rolling, man. Look at that.
3
That's crazy.
ups. Oh, you did get 1.
I'll take it.
I didn't think you would.
So bad. All right, red roller.
Yum.
Yum.
So the red rolla
6.
is 12 attacks?
Yeah, that's right. So it's base 6, and then
I think I'm in trouble.
the red roller custom job makes it so that it's not plus d6 on the charge, it's flat 6 on the charge.
Okay, so hitting on 2s?
Hitting on 2s, yep.
2s.
Death Skulls.
It's so mean.
I know,
This
right?
thing's so good.
It's so good for primaries.
Yeah.
On 3s.
Yeah. Good.
And Death
Down a
Skulls.
few at least.
There you go.
So-
now let's see your 3-ups.
So
I'm
I need to
scared.
fail 4 to
Yeah.
lose the unit, and I failed 1, 2.
Cool.
So I
Good
lose
attack.
1.
Unbelievable.
Believable.
It's so believable.
Hmm.
So believable.
Do you have any more attacks?
No,
It's
you're
my
the first
fight,
non-charger.
So I'm going to go with my Praetorians because
Let's
they're
do
the
it.
ones you want to
Die.
get into. All hit.
Cool. On 5s.
Yep. Nothing.
Sounds good. So we'll
They haven't
hit you back.
been particularly fighty.
No, not. I mean, the wounding on 5s is pretty rough there.
Yeah.
So this is that bone breaker hitting back on 2s.
Ooh.
Nice. And then on 3s.
I love that it has a weapon skill too.
It's so great. And then Death Skulls. Nice. There you go.
So here I've only got 2 left in this squad, and so I would need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ups.
I believe in you. Come on! Oh,
So close.
so close.
Look at this.
That was nuts.
So if I rerolled one of these
Yeah.
and I got a 5, then the squad would survive. And we know what that means.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah, it's too cool.
Ah, thank God.
Okay.
I was like, now they're all coming back.
So,
it's happening again.
So I do lose the squad.
Hey, you finally killed them. Nice.
Gosh.
Those last 2 models been there for a while, huh?
They did what the Necrons do.
Yeah.
All right. It's that flat 2 damage. It's good for killing me.
Yeah, it is.
So my fight over there.
Yep.
So I've got 4 boys left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hitting on 3s.
Cool.
And then 4s.
Got it.
Nothing.
Sounds good.
And then I've got the Scarabs.
Scarab and then the
Fly
boy and the Wraith.
Oh, and the Wraith. Here's the Wraith.
So many.
And
One hit.
And
1 wins.
Nice. Wait, where is this?
The Wraith. Goes through. 2 damage.
Wait, what's the rent?
Minus 2.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So 2
2
damage.
damage?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Down to 12.
Down to 12.
Down to 12.
Okay. Then what we've got is the scarabs. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Mhm.
6s. Nothing. Oh, 1. There's 1.
Oh,
And then let's get some 6s. Just 1 wound.
sounds good.
No AP.
3 up, this one.
Yeah.
And then that one.
Down to 14.
No.
And those are all my fights.
Cool deal. And then you got your...
Oh, sure. I've never fought with an Annihilation Barge ever.
I did try to kill it. There's no reason that thing
3
should be
attacks, hitting on 6s.
Mhm.
There's the 1. Winning on a 3. There it
Hey.
is. No IP.
6. I mean, 5 for you.
Hooray! So 1 goes down.
You got him.
Got it. Gotcha.
Nailed him.
Gotcha. All right, man.
That's me.
We did a thing.
I engaged on 4 fronts.
Yep.
3 points.
4 fronts.
I know, crazy. That's it.
What's the score at the bottom of the round?
It is 21 Adrian, 26 Brian, but a lot of that is the 10 points you got from Titan Slayer.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but conversely, I'm going to lose so much
So
of my
at the
scoring
start of
power
my
now.
turn, I'm on 0 objectives. Is that right?
Done.
No, you're
done.
on 1.
Oh, I'm on 1.
Which gets
is
you no
worth
points.
nothing.
Which gives you nothing. Yeah.
So 0 primary.
Nice.
I award you no points.
One of the nice things, though, is you can have a turn of 0 and still get maxed.
Yeah.
Not
Exactly.
in this game I can't because I haven't maxed any other turn.
Correct.
But
but
you can make up for it.
I can make up for it, yeah.
Like, I am really worried. This turn's counterpunch, honestly, could still just knock
This
me out of
turn's
the game.
counterpunch is going to be mean as hell.
It's...
So, because we've got the Gauss guns from here that should be able to deal with these boys.
Yep.
Um,
And ultimately, that's why I ended up doing this charge, because you could probably kill both with that. You have so many
Exactly.
shots. So I decided I might as well take the chance of doing something rather than guarantee not doing
who's
anything.
doing the objective here? It's the Grots?
These grottos.
Okay.
Yep.
My Wraith can't kill that many Grots. So, we're just going to run away.
Thank you, Moniker. We appreciate the support.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Nathan. Hey, guys, love the battle reports. What are your opinions on the best God Marines after they go to 2 wounds?
God Marines?
White Scars, Blood Angels,
Yup.
Salamanders?
Are there any bad ones?
Not really.
I'm going to say something controversial, Dark Angels. Whoa. I think they're bad.
That's true.
Thank you, Ian. Hey, fellas. Just wanted to say that your content is the first among equals. Your discussion
you.
and production are top-notch. Lastly, thoughts on 2 Invictor Warsuits or 2 Relic Contemptors for Salamanders?
Yes.
The answer is yes.
They're both good.
Yeah.
The Contemptors, generally speaking, will leverage the Salamanders rerolls that they have right now better. But the pressure that Invictors put is really, really important, especially for Space Marines, which are not the most mobile army. And they let you just really have that flexibility from the very beginning of the game.
Now, hear me out.
Okay.
Crazy idea.
Yep.
What if instead of any Dreadnoughts, more Eradicators?
Well, that would be a good way of not answering that
I
question.
do have to reanimate one boy. He does not come back.
But pretty good pick,
Eradicators.
right? Just more Eradicators.
I mean, why not both?
If you
Yes.
want every opponent to hate you, bring 9 Eradicators as Salamanders.
Oh, wait, was that a Brian job?
We agreed to it.
I did consent.
Thank you, son of Ultramar. Hey guys, glad to finally catch you live. I've been a long time AdMech player and wondering if the new flyers are worth it.
Well, first of all, welcome. So glad you could join us live. They're definitely not spammable, but I think they're interesting.
Yeah.
Especially like the ability to turn off like auras and things like that. So yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
There you go.
We just haven't picked any up yet.
true.
Thank you. XP is overrated. Question for all. Which Space Marine faction would be best for an all Gravis force?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I think there's no wrong answer again. Some of the shootier ones are generally better because a lot of the Gravis units are shooty.
Yeah.
So I think you could go heavy intercessors, and you could be Imperial Fists, or you could be Iron Hands. I think both of those could be really great. What do you think? What do you think, Adrian?
Yeah, I'm really excited for my fists again because of all the Gravis, especially those new guys that have those big nasty bolters. But I agree with Brian. I think generally you want to go something shootier. So I would generally say not as much on the White Scars and Blood Angel side of things. I think Ultramarines are good because they're chonky boys that can get up there and then fall back and still shoot. So yeah, I like them. Yeah, I'd say Ultramarines, Salamanders, and Fists would be my top 3 pick for like a very heavy Gravis army.
And then there's a part 2. He asks me, ignoring dice luck, who is better at 40k, Adrian or Brian?
Oh,
that is
we're both
a divisive
fairly
question.
similar. I think generally Adrian is better at 9th edition so far. Like he plays the missions a little better than I do in 9th edition. If we're talking 8th edition, like the last edition, I ended the year with a better track record. But that also, Adrian did a thing where he changed armies all the time, and I did that much more infrequently. So hard to say.
That's a good analysis. That's exactly what I would say.
I'm really glad I didn't have to answer that.
No, I think that was,
I think that's
a good analysis.
It was a divisive question.
No, it's not too divisive.
Only when Bridger answers it.
Yeah, that's right. So I put my will be done on the closer unit here.
Sounds good.
I'm thinking that I might want to put it on another squad just for funsies.
Sure. It's been working well for you so far.
So I might put it on the bikes. It's been doing well on them.
Yeah.
So I'll put it on the bikes. So that's another CP for me, Bridger. I just used
Spent
Pharaoh's
a
Will.
CP. You got
Pharaoh's Will.
So here's I'm thinking I stay in combat with the Scarabs. I think they can hold out one more turn. The question is, can they hold out your turn and my turn? That feels a little less likely.
Yeah, agreed.
So it's like I could fall back and then try to start putting some big guns into it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter. Like its role over here is kind of meaningless. Like these guys are holding the objective and they're holding it regardless of what's happening.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I feel like
the battle is over here.
Right.
Not over there. So yeah, that's kind of what's on my mind.
I think that's fine. Yeah.
So I might try to just stay in combat. And if you get into me, I don't super duper.
No. Cool deal.
Okay, so my Scorpec Lord healed a wound because living metal.
Yep.
Yep. And he's coming in for those boys coming in hot.
He's going in for the kill.
Oh, sorry. He
take that Overwatch.
He's meant to have him
doing it for the throw.
Meant to have him right on the point.
No worries.
So just in case he doesn't need to come in and kill them, he could just stay there so that you can't get anyone else on there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes
sense.
Okay. I moved back here just to get an engage on all fronts, so that I could get all my points for that.
Cool deal.
All right. Here we are. Let's go into the shooting phase.
Let's do it.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take my big gun here, and we're going to try to take your tank out.
Sounds good.
And then we're going to put all the Gauss into these 5 commandos. So that should that should be something. So let's do the little guns. So Doomsday Arc here.
Oh, and who are you scanning with?
Oh,
or data terminaling?
These guys.
Okay. So,
yeah.
And they did not advance, right?
No,
cool.
they were actually already on the point.
Yeah.
So so let me do my 10 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Sounds good.
Now I will have AP2 here, and you are. What's your save?
Normally it's 5s. I think I actually have a 3 up right now.
Because you get an extra +1 from cover.
Commandos.
Okay, you tell me that actually. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna shoot the big gun at the tank downfield.
Commandos.
So it's 2 shots. I will reroll this one.
No, it's a 4
just a
up.
1.
Because they're normally only a 6 up.
So it doesn't hit. So the big gun completely missed.
Cool. I'm done with that.
And so sorry, what is
your
your
save?
save?
They have 4 ups.
They have a 4 up
they get
right
+2
now.
from cover instead of +1.
So I'm going to spend 1 CP on Solar Pulse. Ignore all their cover. So that means they have a 5 up?
6.
6, so they'll have no save.
Well, invul.
They'll have a 6.
Yeah.
Great. So hitting here on 3s. Ooh, it's really bad.
Wow.
Really, really bad. Ouch.
I'm digging it.
I failed 6 of 10 on 3s. Okay.
What? All right.
So 2 6s.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Wow.
What's up?
Not much. Just, losing that shot. So over here, we're going to shoot with this tank.
Into the commandos?
Into the commandos.
Sounds good.
I won't get my Tesla, unfortunately.
Well, this is not at -1. It is not a heavy gun.
It's not heavy?
No, it's assault.
I thought it was. Oh, it is assault. Okay. I thought it was a heavy.
Nice.
I thought, yeah.
Theo Bridger, playing by the rules.
I was advanced. I was warned in advance by chat.
Because we are pretty bad about that.
You are? Yeah. Thanks, chat.
Thank you. So
thanks, chat.
1, yeah. So 100% hits.
On 3s? Whoa, that was a nice flare there.
Thanks.
Okay.
So 6s.
All right. Good thing these are the luckiest boys.
The luckiest kids.
Come on, 6s. Ooh.
Cool.
Okay.
They're lucky, not that lucky.
They're somewhat lucky.
They didn't die, they just lay down.
So I think what we're going to do is take these bikes and just make sure this unit is 100% gone.
Yep.
Because I don't think we can withstand them living. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is hitting on 2s, and 5s and 6s are really bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more shots.
4 more, yeah.
I think this might be enough.
I think that's enough. You can roll those through. Oh my gosh.
Okay, -1.
Cool.
So 5 ups, because you do get your cover back.
I appreciate that. All right, 5 ups. I have 5 wounds total.
There they go. Yeah, these Tomb Blades are great.
They're great. Well, they're very flexible, right?
And yeah, their speed is
volume.
nice.
Strength 5 shots is great.
Yeah.
So.
It's actually a pretty rigid model.
All right, Grandpa.
So here's what we're gonna do. This 10-man or 20-man here is gonna wipe those dudes.
Yep.
So that's 40 shots. 2, 4, 6.
I'll make him roll it.
8. Do you want to roll it?
I have 5 ups.
It's hitting on.
2s.
This is hitting on 3s. The other one's hitting on 2s.
All right, go ahead and roll it. They came here for a show, Ryan.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I'm gonna do 20 first.
Sounds good.
On 3s. Ooh, look, really bad.
All right.
Look, actually, this 50%.
Pretty good for me.
On
I'm gonna die barely.
Rerolling ones.
Oh, my man.
Wow, no
Okay,
conversion.
these are AP2.
So 5 up bones. So 3 die. 5 left.
Oh, they're all in range.
Yeah, 4 still. I moved
Oh,
them
wow.
up.
Okay.
Boop, bloop,
Ooh.
bloop.
So how many died?
3.
Oh, wow, nice. I dig it.
See?
Okay.
Now he's gonna cleanly wipe me with the
You're
second
doing
bone.
it, Adrian.
That's right. You
Living
just
the
have to
dream.
believe in
That one I
yourself. No worries.
And reroll the ones. Look at the ones.
Wow.
Oh, 50% ones.
Fistfuls of one. Oh.
I converted. And a cock dice over here. There we go.
Cool. You got a 3 in there.
Oh, yeah, nice. So
Watch
here you are,
yourself.
5 ups.
5s. Come on. Hey.
It was really good.
They live.
No, do they?
Yeah. There's 1 left. That's. Oh shoot.
Yeah.
I
cleanly
look how
wiped
close
the-
it was.
Look how close it was, yeah.
I don't know.
I still had all the characters.
I know. Bodies
So
and
the
bodies.
next squad is going to go upfield at this unit right there of tank busters. And I don't know how many. So that little blob is in rapid fire. And then that boy and that boy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Do you have 2 more?
Nope.
All right, 2 dice
They're
short.
on the floor.
There's 1 on the floor.
Hitting on 2s.
Uh huh.
A lot of ones.
Oh my gosh.
2 more then?
You know, these ones I'm gonna pull.
Oh, okay. You're just
Now that
pulling
you've
these?
gathered those, these guys only have 6 ups,
Yeah. Okay.
so that's fine.
So the Score Peck Lord
Uh huh.
is going to put his gun into. There's a 5-man Grot Squad and a 10-man Grot Squad.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put it into the 10-man Grot Squad because I realized it is a blast weapon.
I also don't think you can see the 5-man because they're behind the obscuring.
No, I'll shoot the guys that are in front of me. I think
Tank busters?
because then I could just stand there.
Yeah. Right. You want to, yeah.
So 2d3. There's 3, 4. Okay, there. And so hitting on 2s. Good.
Nice.
Strength 6.
3s. Oh.
So that's 6 up saves for you.
6s. Just give me 1.
Okay.
Nice.
So 3, and their morale is going to be what?
So I lost 3, leadership of 7, so on a 5 up.
So only on a 5 they'll lose.
Yeah.
So it's not that good. Warden probably does not have range to him. No, Warden does not have range. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And my immortals fell back. All right.
I'm trying.
You're doing a thing.
Yeah.
So
Am I?
so do I want to? He's not on the point though, right?
No.
Right.
Yeah.
So then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right.
Pro move.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna enter my fight phase, and I'm gonna fight you with my, or you're gonna fight first.
Yeah. So we're just there.
Because I don't think I'm gonna charge anyone else.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, because you'd be off the point.
Right.
So I'm like either I stay on the point and you can fight me and still be on the point.
Yeah.
Or I guess it probably should have made you had to do it. I don't know. Anyways, so here is 6 attacks from the Bonebreaker, the Fortress, into the Scarabs. On 2s. All good. And
Nice.
2s. Death Skulls. So they're wiped. 2, 4, 6,
So-
8 wounds. And
2, 4. So that's these are 2 wounds each.
Yeah.
So 1 base, 2 bases, 3 bases.
Yeah.
You got them exact.
yes. Yes. Okay.
All right. So that's that.
Sounds good.
I forego my turn.
That sounds good.
Okay.
I owe you a leadership on the lone
So he
tank
fails
buster.
on a 5.
On a 5.
There it is.
Fiddlesticks.
It's not a huge deal.
It
Like it would be nice to have the shot.
It would have been efficient to be able to just
And you're still on 4 fronts, Brian? Or you're on...
I'm on all
yeah,
4 fronts. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, time for Orcs turn 2.
Orcs
And
is
you're on
turn 3.
3.
You're on 2 points.
I'm on yeah.
Mhm.
Yep, sounds good.
2 points.
So,
you
that's
have 5
2
prior.
data
Yep.
intercept.
Mhm.
And only 2 banners now?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oops, wrong way.
it was unavoidable. Okay,
Mhm.
let's see what we can do.
Let's.
Let's.
And let's thank Martin.
Thanks, Martin.
Hi, you absolute titans. Just wanted to donate a little something to show appreciation of this great show.
Thank you.
Warm greetings from Sweden.
Oh,
man.
glad
Appreciate
you're
it.
liking it.
Yeah.
I think of Sweden as a cold place, so I'll accept your cold greetings.
Warm.
Well, the coldest places are the people who know how to stay the warmest.
Oh,
that's adorable.
that's so wholesome. Thank you, Tiger Melts. With auras being changed and the new core tag, what units have a chance to come back in other Xenos armies versus Space Marines?
We haven't seen what has the core tag yet. And I think the core tag is going to determine a lot about what the playstyle. Like I think they said, for instance, that they said like bikers, for instance, have the core word, right?
Ooh.
And so, cool, bikers have the word, but what else will get it? Like, I think it's a really hard
if
decision.
Harlequin bikes are core, that whole army's nuts.
If they're not core, that army's in trouble.
That's true.
Imagine the reroll to wound doesn't work on bikes.
Imagine if they just didn't have reroll all failed wounds, because that shouldn't be in the game for any faction.
That's true. I think I can imagine them not having core. I can imagine it, and it sounds wonderful.
It sounds
like
really good. But I'm just saying, White Scar's chapter or litany better not be also just giving that anyways. You're like, oh, unless the litanies also only affect core.
Yeah,
I think they did
I think
show
that would be
that.
sensible. I don't know.
I've seen screenshots of
Okay.
litanies with core in the litany.
Really?
So this is the thing. It's one of those
Jeez.
things that's really fiddly. We have to see how it pans out. Because I really don't know. I don't know how it's going to pan out. As far as, basically what has the core keyword, what rerolls still exist, how much do you need them? Like Space Marine tanks without rerolls are still amazing.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Let's be real.
They're a lot better though with rerolls. And all of a sudden, even just a single -1 to hit matters a lot when you don't reroll all hits. So things like that matter more, which is great.
True. So I'm honestly going to bring the bread roll over here to play with your guy over here.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, which could end badly, but it does end badly because you reduce by 1, so I only do 1 damage to you.
That's correct.
But I also need to get 4 in.
You do 1 damage to me, and I could wipe you because I do 3 damage each.
Yeah, but I'm hitting.
I'm not saying you don't have a good chance. You have a fine chance.
Yeah, perfectly.
It's a fine chance.
Perfectly fine.
Fine.
Thank you, Geofits. Do you think an orc army filled with bikers and vehicles can work, and what would it look like? What units would be critical to have?
I think that is actually one of the more viable. I don't know that the bikers themselves are good, but they're totally cool.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't overdo the bikers if I was going to do it. Just take 1 unit. Or you could MSU them if you want to use them just as throwaway. That's cool too. But the buggies are solid, right? You've been playing a bunch of the buggies.
Yeah.
And how have they been working for you?
They've been great. My main list actually is mostly buggies now, and they are just so great. They're great at killing Marines. They're flexible. So honestly, I think that's currently for me that's the way to go.
And the honorary buggy, the Burnabama.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on the fence. They're obviously amazing, but I can also get a lot of buggies if I take out Burnabombas. So
nice.
We'll see. It's good because Space Marine players hate it, and so that's always a good thing. Not toxic at all.
Thank you, Christian. Love the show, guys. Getting back into 40K. Haven't played since 2nd edition.
Ooh, that's a long time back.
Big shout out to my little bro, Craig, for helping me, Saws? For clapping his Blood Angels. Oh, sorry. I understand. Sorry for. Yep, I can read it.
Sometimes games just go that way. You know, a thing just is a complete blowout.
Right.
We like to, most of the games that I play casually with my friends, I like to kind of write the lists in collaboration so that it doesn't happen. But even then, it could still happen. It's a dice game. And
Totally.
You could assume one thing's going to be really good and then it's not. Kind of like a giant Squiggoth or something like that.
Gosh, I know. Could you roll me a dice?
Sure can.
This is a big Mac.
It's a big 6.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, King Donkey Games. Hey guys, new to the hobby. Sold off most of my hefty Magic collection to start. Went with Tau. They seem to be in a hard place at the moment. Do you have any tips?
Yes, Brian.
Yeah, there's tips. The tips are think of the army as about playing mobility and playing the mission. First, don't think of it as an army that's all about lethal output. That's the absolute wrong way. Don't think of it as an army that castles up and tries to play the drone game and is super durable. That's the wrong way to play it. So look for units that have speed. Look for MSU. Tau is amazing at MSU. That's multiple small units. It means you have tons of throwaway stuff. You're picking up objectives with your little drones and your piranhas. And just be willing for everything to die, and then you still win just through mission. And don't be afraid to charge. Think of the Tau as an army that charges a lot and tags things up, ties up important shooting units of your opponents, and just generally is a harassing army that also has some like respectable firepower when it needs it, but that's not the mainstay of the army.
Thank you, Brian. Hypothetically, you have a Tantalus. What do you put into it out of curiosity? And what do you guys want to see out of your favorite non-Astartes factions?
I put all my hopes into the Tantalus.
That's right. You could do a lot of cool things with a Tantalus.
Yeah. I'd put a lot of... I'd put a lot of Incubi or Witches.
Yes, exactly that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I moved these in the wrong order, but...
got some Grots over here?
Yeah, so he's going to back up and just go back for the charge, and then they advance over so they can get within 3, and then they're going to hop inside.
Cool.
Yep, so that's the deal there. Loop, 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 loop.
My favorite non-Astartes faction is Custodes, and I want... actually, I think I'm going to get a lot of the things that I want. I think removing a lot of the variability in their damage and increasing their durability as compared to Space Marines.
And it seems like they'll all be core. like the Terminators and the troops, they all be core, so they're not going to lose any of the rerolls. Not that they ever needed them.
Yeah, not that they ever really had a whole lot of rerolls.
And they didn't really need them to begin with.
Which is kind of the Custodes way, right? Like they fight independently and et cetera, et cetera. So that's cool.
Thank you, Dark Soul. And very kind of you to do this. Posting for someone else. You probably won't see this since it isn't a super chat, but what is your opinion on Deathwatch this edition, and do you plan on showing them on the channel?
I think Deathwatch is excellent.
Yeah, they're really cool.
I think they have a real shot at being a great faction. We don't own the army, and it's one that it's on our list to collect, but it's not like next in line to collect. And we've tried to acquire one, but I haven't found a great one to acquire. So yeah. What was this?
So if we can get a dice cam shot, this is my my rocket packs on my boys.
So they die.
I had them auto advance. Yeah.
So 3 die.
3 die. Yeah.
That
Actually,
sucks.
if I may, can I do one thing real quick? You can advance and then choose to do it afterwards. So if I roll like a 6, then I don't have to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do it. So
sure.
Down to 2. That was
that sucks.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah. So in a 5 or 6, they'll film around too.
Yeah, that was so bad.
That's fun.
That's horrible.
Are you guys ready for one of my favorite segments of the show?
Oh yes.
Thank you, Variant Human. If you each had to go on a date with a psychic power from any codex personified as a human, who would you choose and where would you take him?
Psychic power. I play so few psychic armies. There's
a lot of
Mind Control's a good one.
No, gross.
That sounds either gross or
it's bad all around.
Bad for you.
You're dating mind controls. You can mind control yourself.
I'm trying to think. There's definitely a Slaanesh one out there. What's the Delightful Agonies?
Delightful Agonies. Phantasmagoria. Or hey, why not to jump?
What?
Because
so you're going. It's like a date where you're going parachuting.
You're just like getting stuck in. Like, let's do this. Let's go have a fun date.
I don't buy it. I'm going to like Agonies.
Or what's the one where you grow extra limbs?
I don't know. No, I don't think I want that.
Oh, you're no fun.
You could have Virulent Blessing.
Virulent Blessing, yeah. I think I'm good on movement. We're ready to move.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Swiftly on.
So a few things I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to set up my scoring. We're really not killing much, although I need to kill that Scorpic Lord in the back because there's a lot of scoring that's sort of based around that that objective. So we will bring in the red roller. We'll take our chances.
I think you have a fine chance.
I think
odds
so.
are in your favor.
Yeah, exactly. I brought these up to be more bodies, which obviously didn't work out so well. We'll also do the strategic scan here again.
Yep.
And one last thing. Did I want to try to bring up the biggest boss and go for a fun charge on this wraith?
I see.
The only downside, well, there's lots of downsides, but the main downside is right now I'm pretty much immune to shooting.
Yeah.
The moment I move up, you can shoot me with like everything.
I see what you're saying. It's a tough decision.
It is tough. On the other hand, that wraith is a real problem.
Are you doing the action with your grots again?
Yeah.
He's doing it with the grots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he keeps doing it with the grots.
All right, here we come.
You're doing it?
Yep.
All right.
All right, that's it. So let's go to some shooting.
All right. Not a whole lot left.
Not a ton of shooting.
Do you even have any?
Almost literally none. I got a rocket here.
Oh, nice. Let's do that rocket.
Yeah.
Who are we doing it at?
You know what I could do?
There's a wraith standing
Can I be
right in front of
smart
you.
about this? I'll move just slightly less far back, and then.
So that you're on the point.
So I'm on the point, and I'm within 3 of the unit, in case this rocket goes hot and kills the wraith. Then I don't need to charge. Because right now I'm still within 3 of this unit.
Oh, I
Because
understand.
he's part of the unit.
Oh, the rockets get hot? Oh, I understand. You mean goes hot and killing me.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it
yeah.
gets hot as in kills yourself.
Yeah, no.
I was like,
It's a 3 damage shot, so you never know. So this is the cleverest boss, rocket into the wraith.
Ooh,
And
Daka?
And
Plus.
Death Skulls.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
So 3 to win.
3 to wound. Let's see it. Death Skulls.
Mm.
That's the way this game's going.
That rocket has done nothing.
That's the way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Any one shot.
Gosh.
So
3 pistols here.
Ooh, very nice.
Actually, no, because I need to. Do I need to raise the banner? No, I still have that point, so I don't need to raise. Correct?
I thought the banner's already up.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Up. Can't raise it over there. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Pistols. Nothing. Death. Oh, we got one.
That's
Actually.
5. Yeah.
And Death Skulls.
Yep.
Oh, and a Daka.
Daka.
It
And
just kills
5s.
the wraith. Oh, Death Skulls.
Take a wound. It's good. Why? That's why you shot it, right?
It's so funny. Yeah. Nothing.
It's red roller time.
Red roller.
What's your charge you need?
No, almost nothing. But what I will do actually is, how many CP do I have, Bridger?
You have 4.
You can do some mortal wounds to me.
I'm gonna try for the mortal wounds. So I'm
'Cause
gonna
that
spend
works
2
so
CP.
well.
Yeah, I know, right?
So it's a 3d6 charge, and on a 2-up you do mortal wounds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here we go.
What is this called? Do you know what this
It's called ramming speed.
Ramming speed.
It's beautiful.
I love this.
Ramming speed. Nice.
So it's a solid charge.
Very nice. Very nice.
Last time he did this, he didn't roll the 2-up for the mortal wounds,
Yeah.
which was fantastic.
Oh my gosh. And then I failed. It was also on a buggy that does mortal wounds on a 4+.
And that failed too.
So
I
this
remember.
is D3 mortal wounds on a 2+. So here's the 2+. Genuinely shocked.
Super
D3
scary.
mortals. 3
Ooh,
mortals.
so I'm down to 1 wound.
So now I feel good about that.
Now you feel good.
Now I feel good about it.
I think you should have felt good either way.
Yeah.
Um,
Sometimes you have to like, you
never know,
luck
but it's
is
good.
the thing. So he's already in. I don't know, but I could still stop you from shooting other stuff.
I do have a Royal Warden.
Oh, okay. For 1 unit, correct?
Royal Warden for 1 unit. That's correct.
So where's the is this?
It's roughly in the middle, so you could touch them both. I was gonna put a bit of a wall, but I got lazy.
No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go ahead. I'll charge him.
Okay. So looks like you need at least a 3.
Yeah, sounds about right. And they're equidistant, so we'll just do both.
Okay, you
good.
made it.
Cool deal.
All right, so we've got the other truck. You can see how dangerous these things have been this
They're
game.
great. They just.
And they're very hard for me to get rid of.
This was just a little too tight. Otherwise, I totally would have gone here. But the thing is, I need him here right now for my engage in all fronts. So unless I could be sure I was going to get all the way through,
Right.
I'd be within 6 and turn off my engage.
Yeah,
So-
I understand.
Okay. And then Big Mech.
I'm just gonna kill him in combat.
I know, right? He's going
It's
in.
a lot of attacks actually,
Right?
and I do have pluses to hit right now.
Oh.
So Big Mac failed.
Here we
Reroll.
go. 4.
Ooh, I don't know if that does it.
No, I don't
yeah.
think so.
Okay.
That's
no
fine.
big
So
deal.
that's why I'm glad I stayed within 3.
So we've got some fights.
Yep.
Fighting.
Well, let's do it. So obviously we're gonna start with against the Scorpion.
Is that obvious?
I mean, you know.
All right.
I've made some big mistakes, but that one I won't.
That one would be a very big
This
mistake.
is 12 attacks on the charge from the Red Roller into Scorpec Lord. On 2s. Everything. On 3?
It's okay.
It wouldn't hurt too much, Brian. Oh, actually, I do have 1 more charge. Sorry. The Grots would like to.
Aren't they on the point already?
Yes, but I want to stop these guys from shooting.
Oh, you're gonna touch them.
So they want to charge the Scorpec Lord.
Mhm.
All right, there we go.
Okay, I understand. We'll do that.
Yeah,
later.
we'll do it in a second. And then on 3s, not so much. And then Death Skulls. Okay.
Okay, so I just need to make 100% of my 4-up
No
saves.
problem. You got this.
You can do it, Brian.
It's a lot, but yes, I can. No, I didn't.
No. No, he's
So he's super dead. Cool.
I'll take it.
So I'm not going to remove him because I'm going to try to bring him back.
Oh god dang.
Necrons. So I'll just leave him.
Sounds good.
Leave him tilted.
Yep, and then so they would charge here. And then
Wouldn't it be cool if he came back? That I've never had this strat succeed.
It never works out, but I feel like this game.
Yeah, it could work. This is my time.
Right. Okay, over here we've got the Bone Break It into the Warriors. We'll do the ones on doesn't super matter on the right.
They're all
I guess.
coming back anyways.
You know, I'm like, yeah. And basically, the main thing is I've moved. So 2 misses, Death Skulls, nice. 2 what? Death Skulls. All right, so 4 minus 2.
Okay, 6s.
Got it.
All right,
Oh
go
yes. Got to start somewhere.
Yeah, big deal.
I guess.
Big deal. All right.
All right. But that's it.
So,
yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah.
You do your piling, I'll do my
So
piling.
the Grots activate, but they just touch into the Warriors, into the Immortals. That's all. Cool deal.
Let's put these here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just doing my piling, then consolidate. I'll do my piling first. Then how many attacks am I getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get about 15 attacks, and then I'm just going to pile and consolidate.
15? So, nice. Just 2 ranks, right?
Yes, but moving all the way up around.
Man, Dark Souls doing good work here. Thanks again.
Yeah.
Another promotion.
Hey.
Dark Souls said this needed to be boosted. Another one for the boys. Get in there, you get.
I did. That was my problem. Boys.
You didn't have enough boys in this list, I think, is the issue.
I haven't been running any boys lately. It's been kind of a thing. No boys allowed.
Funny. So, okay.
Yeah, I don't regret sending the Squiggoth in. As terrible as it was.
I regret Brian killing the Squiggoth.
I know, right?
6s to wound.
I'll admit, Bridger, I was thinking of you when I charged because I'm a much more conservative player than you.
Yeah.
And you always tell me to go in, so I was like, let's
3
do it.
ups.
3s. Oh, take
Ooh,
one.
now that wound.
Nice.
So he's down to 13. Huzzah!
Getting there.
Okay.
Cool deal.
So does my you're fighting into my immortals right now.
Mm.
So 3 hits,
Mm-hmm.
2s to wound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice.
6s.
6s.
2 go down.
Nice.
All right. So what I've got is end of the fight phase, right?
Yeah.
4 up. I'm gonna reanimate my Scorpic Lord.
Oh no!
He is back.
Why?
Dun dun dun.
Why?
That's 1 CP, right?
It's 1 CP, yeah.
So good.
And I'm gonna bring him back with. I'm just gonna put 2 wounds because he gets 1 back at the start of the turn.
Nice. It's pretty good.
It's
right?
pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
At the end of your turn, Adrian.
I engage on 3 fronts, so 2 points for that.
Oh, you want to do morale? Those boys?
Not particularly.
5 or 6, and then a 1 or 2, you lose the last model.
Of course.
Oh, Adrian.
God,
Should have taken Gilmore.
That's all right, guys. That's all right. I know, right? These Grots, by the way, they're good. Of course, they're good.
Okay, so you engage on 3 fronts.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh my
right?
god.
That's it.
That's one of the first times in 9th we've actually seen a unit completely wiped from morale.
Yeah.
It's actually been really rare.
It's so much less punishing.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, over to you.
Necron's turn 4. How many objectives do you control?
I'm on 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
That'll be 10 points and 3 data intercept points, yeah?
Sure is.
Yeah.
Okay, you're free to go, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. Wow. Boys are getting some visibility, but only because do spam. Would you like to see tougher boys but less models? 200 plus models just feels bad.
Yeah, it's rough. It's exhausting in play, especially at tournaments when you have to play 4 games in a day. I do, and I said this before, I would like the orc boys to feel tougher, and obviously that will probably come with a points increase. But it's a tough balance because them being tough and killy is in their narrative, but so is hordes of them. So it's kind of a question of like, how do you represent that in the game?
It's a tough balance.
I would give up a little bit of horde for some more durability, honestly. Yeah.
I don't know. There's only like 2 really tried and true horde armies. There's like Nids and Orks.
Mm-hmm.
And if Orks were no longer a horde, demons at their point cost just aren't really a horde compared to Nids and Orks.
Right now, no.
Right.
Yeah. But like historically speaking. Right?
Sure. But if you dropped down to just Nids being able to horde out,
yeah,
I think that'll be a bummer.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I don't personally want to be the person playing the horde army. I don't want to move 200 models.
Yeah.
What turn
Quite
is
the
this for
opposite.
me?
It's turn 4, Brian. But I
never
want
know.
my opponent to do that. Like, I want my opponent to have
Right.
the option. I think they make fun games.
Yeah.
It feels good killing a bunch of models.
It doesn't feel good moving all
No, but as the opponent against a horde player, it
I
feels
have
great.
4 reanimates.
Yep.
On 4-ups, rerolling ones. So
Ha!
back.
I got one. Yeah, it's exhausting. Whenever like orcs are generally speaking my main army, but I have to take breaks sometimes where I need to play something that's much lower model count
right.
competitively because just so much. You feel just destroyed by the end of the day. That's why Space Marines was a nice break for a while.
Yeah.
You know? And I was still running like Horde Space Marines with like 50 intercessors.
I want chat to know that I'm glaring at Adrian.
It's good.
Thank you, Aaron. Once again, trying to watch during night shift. Hope you all stay healthy. Missed your stream during the week. What to change about Morty to make him good? We didn't have a stream during the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we took a break. Actually, I was supposed to be on a holiday, and it didn't pan out. There was some passport issues. So we decided to take a break anyways, and that's kind of why I'm back here today.
So you're good. Didn't miss anything.
Didn't miss a thing.
Morty in DG. I know we need to do that.
Yeah.
No, yes. What would you change about Morty to make him good?
Oh.
That's a tough question because he's already like when he does his thing, he does it super well.
Make him obscurable but not warp timeable. Because if you give him both, that would be too absurd. I agree.
Right.
Obscured would be really good.
Yeah, but as it is, like he still just gets shit hot off the board. Like, look at all these amazing vehicles and monsters that we're seeing for the first time in like years because you can obscure them.
Yeah.
And Morty's just like, well, hopefully I get first turn, which is like, that's not how I like to play Warhammer.
I think it's tough because he certainly has no lack of lethality.
Yeah.
He kills whatever he touches.
Yeah.
And you run into this problem of like, you know, the game can't just be Lords of War.
I'm gonna fight you with all my characters.
And
I'm gonna let you kill the whole lot of them.
If you make Lords of War sufficiently durable, they just take over the whole game.
I agree. I think it's more of an overall game question than it is about him specifically, because that's obviously a thing that we're seeing. I think Magnus is the most playable of those because of his flexibility. But generally speaking, yeah, the way the game's designed makes those big models not as great.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's what I got. My Royal Warden's gonna let this unit fall back and shoot. I think that's the thing I want to do.
Cool.
I could make this unit over here fall back and shoot and then try to pop those. This is the only thing on the objective.
I've got the small unit here.
So both of them are on,
Yeah.
so it's pointless, other than the fact that I could kill one and then fight the other. So, so very, very few, none in rapid fire, essentially. So it'd be 20 shots, but this is a small Grot Squad. Oh, they're both small.
Well, this one's 8,
1, 2,
and that
3,
one's
4.
5, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe shooting. Okay, I was going to shoot this thing, but it's stupid. It doesn't do me anything. So this is where the game is actually being played.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be smart.
Okay.
And I'm going to let this unit fall back and shoot, and they're going to get my will be done. And what's going to happen is these boys are going to fall back.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because that's the way to play Warhammer.
That's the better call.
That's how you play Warhammer
Much
up in
better
here.
call.
Cool. What we got here is these grots, the bikes here and this here through the big open door.
Shoot.
And so we're going to try to take you off the point there. And that would be a really, really big blow.
Yeah.
That's the game.
Sounds
Let's do
good.
it. So we're going to spend 1 CP on Talent for Annihilation on them.
Yep.
That's a 6s giving an extra hit.
Oh, gosh.
And then my 6s already give me an extra hit.
Yeah.
So if I get 6s, it's real, real good.
That's 4 hits with a 6?
Yeah. So we're going to go first with them because they have more limited angle, whereas this vehicle might be able to get a better shot depending on who you pull.
Okay.
All right. So 16 shots. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Sounds good.
And what they have a 6-up save base.
Yeah.
And
so how does it work again? I forget.
for the aura.
So I currently don't have the aura, but if you remove
But then you could pull yourself into it.
Yeah, okay. So the first 4 are out.
Okay, so there's no point in me ignoring your cover because you'll get a 5-up eventually.
Yeah,
anyways.
it only gives you efficiency on the first 4.
All right.
Sounds good.
I didn't manage. They weren't in range to get the Pharaoh's Will, so they are hitting on 3s.
Tragic.
So there's only 2 6s.
Oh my god, look at those 2s.
And look how bad. It was actually really bad. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. So actually still less than I shot with. Which
is the strat extra attacks on 6s? Because that means you could roll and get another 6.
yeah, I didn't think that's what it was, but let me just double check. 6 to hit is an extra hit.
Okay.
Yeah. So no. They used to have a thing. They briefly added a thing in 8th edition that if you had a thing that procced on a 6, the extra hit counted as the dice roll that it originally was.
Right.
And so the 6 would count as a 6, which then would proc 2 additional hits.
Dumb.
And they had that with the whirlwind of range +1 thing. Yeah. So you could do a thing where it's like every 6 was actually like 8 hits or something. They fact it, but it was like a mean day. I actually played against it at SoCal.
What?
Yeah. It was silly. Okay, so here we are 2s.
Yeah.
To hurt. A couple 1s.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take it.
So 5 ups all around?
Yeah, so you decided you have no rend, yeah?
Unless I'm in, no rend.
So 5s. Not so good.
Not enough.
3, 6, 8, so 2 left.
Wait, Brian, do you also have a spearhead?
A what?
Do you have a spearhead?
Detachment, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, then you're at 0 CP now.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, you didn't count that? Oh, because I didn't
asked you how many CP you had.
I didn't remind you.
And you said you spent none.
Yeah. So, 0 CP, that's fine. I don't have anything fun to do. That was good. So, who's left?
So that's perfect, actually. I have 2 guys that are
and they're
hidden.
invisible.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's nice.
So, how many CP do you have left?
Enough, hopefully.
He has 2.
Enough to keep him auto alive.
Totally worth it.
So I should have brought him over for the charge.
Yeah. Sure. It was either going to be like if you overkilled them or you underkilled them, it'd be fine for you because you could still see them and shoot them. So this was like I was hoping for that, but okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 warrior shots. I'm not sure. I guess going for the smaller squad or the bigger squad might make more sense. No, I think going for this squad is more interesting because I can come in and fight this. I don't want to fight this and the roll, I guess. So never mind. I'm taking it back. I'm shooting this squad.
I think that's the right.
I made the. I was being super silly. So here we are hitting on 2s.
Nice, nice, nice.
And wounding on 2s and rerolling my 1s.
Any rend on these? Oh, jeez.
Yes, AP 1.
Okay.
So the units.
So they're gone.
Units gone.
Yep. Zip.
All right. So here we are. We then have. So do we want? So I'm trying to think. Do we want to hurt the truck a little bit? How many wounds does your Crumpin lad have?
4
here?
plus a ablative.
Okay, so we'll put this we'll put the vehicle into him and see if we can hurt him up a bit, or should we just take these boys off and guarantee the objective? Yeah, let's just guarantee the objective.
All right, sounds good.
Because they are OPSEC, right?
Yeah, they're OPSEC.
So 3. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here we are. No pluses here. So take out the 1s and 2s and cock dice. I don't know what that is. Is there any 6s?
Oh,
Come on.
wow.
Oh, that's no fun. 3s?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, AP 1.
These guys, man. All right, 6s.
6 ups.
Come on, 6s. Nope.
No, okay. Squad goes down.
Yep.
So we're doing some work.
Yeah.
We do have a few special weapons here that no one ever gets to fire. So let's just do them in order. So we've got the Score Peck Lord, and he's going to do his 2d3. He might as well go into the grots behind him. Okay. Because if he deals with them, then we can go. So that's 1, 2. So how many are in the squad?
5.
5, okay. So hitting on 2s.
Oh, nice.
Killing on 2s. Oh, okay.
All right.
He has hardwired hatred, but is that only in combat?
1s to hit.
It's only 1. No, he has. No, he has 1s to hit and wound.
Oh,
but,
is it?
Yeah, he does. But check if it's only in combat. If you can check, I don't have the actual full data sheet in front of me, and we'll check. Either way, it's 2 dead so far. It might be 2 more. It might be 2 more rolls.
No worries.
So we then have the characters over here. We'll go with them, and then we'll come back to that.
Sounds good.
So we'll go with the Overlord, and he shot his tachyon arrow. Good, good. That's
it is wounds of 1.
Cool.
Nice.
So 2 more. Go down.
Got 1.
Great. So the Cryptek is going to do a Staff of Light. 3 shots. Okay, 2 hits. 1 wounds. -3. Okay. That's mighty 1 damage.
Oh, okay.
Because, special weapons. The Royal Warden, 4 shots. The Warden has been a boss.
Yeah, he's great.
Remember, he almost dropped that guard super heavy.
Oh, yeah.
And he does hit on 2s? No, it's 3s. Of course.
Yeah.
And 5s, because strength 5. Oh, money, and I'm gonna roll my 1s. Get out of here.
No, no. Oh, gosh.
So these are -3.
Wow, 5 up and 1. Okay.
Get out of here. It's 2 damage.
Down 10.
That actually could have really hurt.
Yeah.
And that's it. The Overlord has no shooting.
Cool.
And Yeah. Okay. I think I shot everything. Did I shoot everything? Oh no, I missed the big tank, of course. So that's gonna go here.
Yep.
How many wounds do you have left?
10.
You have 10 left. Okay. So here's the. I'm gonna put the small shots and the big shots into here. Does it really matter? It doesn't. I'm being silly.
Not really.
I should go downfield at your character if I could see him.
Can you?
Oh, I can.
Aww.
So let's go at him.
Yeah. And with the with the big gun?
Yeah, the big gun.
Okay.
So
You're wildin'.
3 shots.
3 shots.
On
Come on.
3s.
Yep.
2 hits on 2s.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
-5, so just your 5 ups.
5 ups. It's a unit. So
You should be fine.
5s.
Because you have the ablative wounds. Okay, so do you want to reroll one of those? But then you can't auto pass.
I know. I need that more.
Yeah, you should
I
let
need that
him.
more. So this dies.
And then you have 4 wounds.
4 wounds. So you
But
need
I
a
have
4
no
up.
reroll. But I could charge and kill him. So cool. So he's taking that.
Please do.
And then I have just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into that tank there with the little gun. 2 wounds, -1.
-1. So 4s. Takes both. How much?
It takes 1.
Ah.
So it's down to 9.
Down to 9. All right. Cool.
All right. We have a charge phase.
Mm-hmm.
So is there 1 grot left over there?
Yep. All
But
the way
he's
back.
out of range, so he's not on the point.
That's right.
So I'm going to charge the tank
Yes. Let's do it.
here. So anything, but I'll roll it anyways just for fun. So I'll put myself firmly on the point.
Mm-hmm.
That's the smart thing to do. And we're also going to charge you with. We're going to charge your character here with the Wraith. This actually could go badly, funny enough, because you could pile in and then contest the objective.
I would hold it because I'm OBSEC.
Oh, right. So that actually, charging, but are you within heroic intervention range?
Good question.
Looks like
Good
no.
question. I'd say no.
That's a no. Well,
so it's not smart to do it, but it's totally cool. Don't you think?
I think so.
I'm going to do it.
Odds are you'll be fine.
You have enough to interrupt, but you can't afford to do it.
Correct.
So I'll charge you.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right there.
Sounds good.
And we'll charge you with the Tomb Blades as well.
Oh, dang.
Because why not? It's outside of 12.
Okay.
I just pulled them closer. It's outside of 12.
Right.
So it's like 12 and a bit. What would it have been? No, wouldn't have mattered. So I have all my characters will just charge. They can't fail.
Sure.
This one could fail on a double one, maybe. Cool. So I shouldn't be doing this.
You're just like feeding your characters.
But it's awesome. It's the whole triarch there.
Right.
Everyone coming in.
Beautiful.
I have no one else to charge. Everyone else fell back, right?
Okay. Yep.
I have this guy who could charge, but he hits on 6s.
I finally kill him.
I'm thinking I go into your tank so that I hold it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You leave the
but
point
I need
then.
to be on the point. Yeah, so never mind.
Don't do that.
Don't do it. I'm not being that silly. Okay, so let's go first. We'll go with the Score Peck Lord.
Cool.
He can't, I could exactly kill you, but I won't. And you don't have your invuln right now because you're in combat.
I have my 6-up invuln.
You have your 6-up.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So and I have 0 CP.
that is correct.
This is where that 1 CP actually would have been fun because I could add +1 to hit.
Yeah.
And
on 3s. Rerolling 1s.
yes.
Ah, fiddlesticks.
Running on 4s, rerolling 1s. Because this is T8, right?
Yep.
Not bad. Oh, I would have needed 3 to kill you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's your 6-up.
6s. Sorry.
It's okay.
That was violent.
Oh. So he
That's
takes
good.
3.
That's great.
And do I even manage to bracket him?
Nope. That was a big deal.
That 6 was actually a really big deal.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna spank my boy.
That's right.
So that sucks. Okay. So you're not interrupting.
Nope.
So 3 attacks. I
Alas.
need to do 1 wound
To the Big Mac.
to kill your Big Mac.
The cleverest boss.
On 3s. So far, so good.
No.
It's toughness?
4.
Okay, so 3s.
No. No.
Oh.
Marked for death.
What's the rend?
AP2.
So 4-ups.
Let's see it. Oh,
That's so-
but you can't afford
I
it.
can't.
He
Ah.
dies.
He dies.
Huzzah!
The cleverest boss is not clever
Da, da, da,
anymore.
da, da.
No. That's so sad.
That was so silly.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna fight you with all my characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dude.
I don't think it really matters. How you have what, 9 wounds left?
Yeah.
Okay, so Royal Warden. I actually don't remember. I'm going to go with the Warden second. Bridger, can you remind me how many attacks the Warden has? Is it 3 or 4?
I sure can.
Okay, so let me go first with my Lord. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s because there's no justice in the world.
Right.
And then I am strength 7.
Oh, on
Doesn't
5.
actually matter. I
Hey.
reroll my 1's not in combat. So it's -4.
Takes it.
2 damage.
Oh, pretty good.
The Warden has 3 attacks.
Okay, so we'll go with the Cryptek next. How many attacks do you think Cryptek has?
2.
It's just 1.
1.
No wound.
Not quite.
So the Royal Warden, we're making our way through here.
I mean, you degraded him.
The Royal Warden, 3. The Warden's the boss.
Jeez, Louise. Oh,
1 wound.
Okay. Rend.
Takes it 1. I think it's 1 damage. I don't think he has a close combat weapon.
Yeah.
And lastly, we have the Overlord. 3 attacks because he's an Overlord. He's been alive for a million years, but 3 attacks. He does have the Hyperphase Glaive. Meaningless to me. So strength 7. Okay, there's 1. AP 3.
3, so 5 up. Fortress. No.
D3. Just the 1.
Of course. It's always 1.
So down to 5. And I'm out of fights. You can fight me back wherever
good.
you want.
Anybody not have an invuln there?
Yes. The Cryptek and the Warden and the Lord. Only the Overlord.
I guess I'll go into the Warden then.
Okay.
So D6 shot attacks.
Ouch.
Nice. On 2s.
All right.
And Death Skulls.
All right.
Nice.
He's T5.
T5, so 3s.
Oh, good.
Death Skulls. Nice.
So
-2.
I think you're fine. I think he has a 3 up, so it goes to 5 up. So he actually takes 4. I think that's what he has.
He probably has 5.
No, I think he's 4. Can you double check the Royal
I'll
Warden? I think
check
it's
it.
just 4.
Sounds good. All right, and then over here into the Scorpek Lord.
Remove him.
Warden has 4 wounds.
Yeah, you got
Sounds
him.
good. I'll take it. So
I think the Scorpek's done.
red rolla. 2s. Oh no.
Yes.
Death Skulls.
I need everything I can get here.
Death Skulls. And then.
And it
3s.
doesn't degrade. Oh, it didn't degrade it.
It didn't. You didn't. Yeah.
And does its weapon skill actually degrade?
No.
So it wouldn't matter.
It goes 6 attacks to D6 to D3 attacks.
But even with the red roller, you would have had flat 6.
No, that's the bonus attacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So 3s. Oh no, Death Skulls.
But you're still going to get him.
Well, you have 2 chances to make it.
Nah, it's not good. I don't feel it. See? And I have no reroll.
If you felt it though, you would.
So he goes down.
You failed.
It's
He goes
true.
down. It's exactly 2 damage. You got him.
Brutal.
Oh my
But I am
gosh.
still on the point, which
Yeah.
is big.
No, you did the thing there. You did a lot of things.
Yeah, I took you off a lot of the points. So you're going to pay your last 2 to auto pass?
Pay 2 here, and then I'll see if I can make past that one on a 1.
Close.
I know, right?
So
Brian's on all fronts.
All the fronts.
I'm on a few fronts, you know.
Yeah. All right.
And I think
It's gonna be a real quick turn.
We're ready for Orks turn 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, turn 4. I thought this was turn 5. Yeah.
He's on 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
It's no points, and then you
It's
get
really
one,
brutal when it's hold 2, hold 3.
That's pretty
one
rough.
data
Really brutal.
intercept, and 1 banner.
Yes.
No,
He does have 1 banner.
yeah,
Oh,
1
I
banner.
still have a banner.
He still holds it.
So that puts it at 34-45 at the start of your turn, dude.
Mm-hmm. You want to call it?
Yeah, we can call it.
I thought I was finishing out turn 5, so I would just do a quick thing, but there's no need to drag the rest of that.
So basically what happens is you could bring your OPSEC up on the point. Your red roller can clear my boys. So that point's back to being yours, right?
I think that's the play.
And you can't do anything over here. You just got to literally stand right where you
They
are.
just sit there.
Right?
I might. Does it matter? No, because you're gonna have 3. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Because the only other play is get the mech out. He can fight
Right,
these
and then you could
guys.
go backwards and try to take
red
this point.
roll of this one.
Yeah.
But, same thing. So that it doesn't
Okay.
deny you any points.
So then you could.
Really?
So let's say you end up killing this, right? Over there, you do need to manage to have that guy go a little hot.
Yeah.
You want to do that fight? Let's do
Yeah,
that
let's
fight.
do it. Hup. Oh, it's a that's right. And then Death Skulls.
The Scorpeg Lord didn't die. He has -1 damage.
Oh, yes.
All right. So then the super.
Forgot
doesn't
about
matter.
that.
So yeah, that's that.
Enduring will.
No. Oh yeah, the one
It's
last.
forgetful will.
I know the one last trick was get the Grots out to actually take that point from you.
Oh, nice. Would you have been able to do that? Could you come out, I guess, over on the side here and then charge around? Nice.
Well, not even charge around. Just have them. You have how many? You have.
Oh, to
5
take
bodies?
this point. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
they
thought
take
you
this
meant-
point. No, they
I
just
thought
get out here and they just sit here.
Cool.
And then I would stay in combat so you can't pile into them.
Nice.
That was the last trick.
That's a cool trick.
Yeah, well, that's the usual game. So
Yeah.
a couple things happened, obviously, but one of the a couple of the smaller things that actually have a big impact. Commandos, me trying to take less risks and put more commandos to make that charge loses me more later on.
Yeah, because that one unit didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything. And traditionally, I will bring on one unit of commandos turn 3 or turn 2, one on turn 3 to do that. And now
and you would have taken this, and you would have taken all my data intercept.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the goal, right? Obviously, I could fail the charge, but that's better than wasting a turn of having that opportunity at all.
Absolutely.
So small things like that, a couple transport things, but obviously the Squiggoth going down was rough.
That first turn, you did nothing to me.
Nothing.
You killed one Wraith, and you killed one base because you didn't even kill a Tomb Blade because it came back. So you literally, your whole first turn, which could have been ruthless, was nothing. That
was rough.
Yeah. You know what I thought? If in your position, I thought you were going to just wipe a squad with all your shots into one squad with the Squiggoth. And then I thought you were going to take your big shots and from your tank busters, and you would have dropped this thing and attempted to drop these things. But because it's just good efficiency. But the minuses to hit, I understand, are rough on them. So I think this was a good target for them as well.
Yeah. It didn't pay off, right?
It didn't pay off, yeah.
It would have been really nice because they were a huge threat. Like, this was largely uncontested. So there's that. However, I did underestimate the strength 5, just the sheer volume. And we said it even at the beginning, we're like, strength 5 is the key. And then I was like, whatever.
Well, and this is what we said. We said at the start of the game that my big guns can't drop you. This thing actually did nothing to it. That it was going to be weight of small fire. And as you said, only the strength 5 matters. So wiping my strength 5 would have been useful all the way through the game.
As far as going into the Warriors, I'm still really skeptical because you still have a 5-up save from your invul, right? And you don't count on bad rolling, and you don't, like, not really truly an excuse, but in this case, like, even with 36 shots, I don't know that I kill enough to not have you just res them all back, right? Because I have to completely kill the unit. So that was my concern, whereas this was like, let's cut off 3 points right away.
Yeah, I totally buy it on this. The one thing I didn't have, I wasn't immune to morale this game. So if you wrecked a unit real bad, I'd have to start spending CP.
Okay. So where do you get that from normally?
That's a Warlord trait that you have to take, and it gives an aura of immune to morale.
Good to know.
And it's called Immortal Pride. It's a great one, and you should take it when you have. But I wanted to do Enduring Will, which actually kept him alive at the end. Not that I remembered.
Oh my gosh.
So do you have? Are you going to give me an MVP for this game?
From my army or
yours? Army? From yours.
I mean,
the Squiggoth.
Sure, the Squiggoth. Yeah,
he was a style MVP.
He's always a style MVP, but the real MVP, which is rapidly becoming my favorite model, is the Fortress. Yeah, because he just got in there. He scored me like the entire game. That was my engage.
Stuck in, literally.
He got stuck in with the boys, and he was just so hard to remove. You know, so many things that Orks are just like you just kill them there.
Yes. And I knew I had no potential throughout the whole game to kill either of these vehicles. I told you at the start, they're invincible to me. I can't kill them. Like, I got close.
Yeah, that did work.
I didn't kill them.
Exactly. So that's kind of my real MVP.
The Red Rolla was excellent also.
I love the Red Rolla.
I honestly think you should have bullied me more with it. Like, you should have driven up this side, and I would have been
I was worried about you shooting me off these points, right? I had to do data scans, things like that.
I feel you.
That was my concern. Whether it was right, I don't know. What about you?
MVP for me. I think the the Scorpec Lord going back there, and just being a nuisance, and being scary and coming back to life and everything. That was really super cool. But I'm gonna have to give it to the Tomb Blades. The Tomb Blades were vicious this game. They had a couple hot turns, right? Like they took a huge amount of wounds from your Squiggoth. They dropped the unit here. They almost took you off that back point there. They were fast and they rezzed. Man, they were fantastic.
They were great. They just had this amazing mobility and firepower that served you perfectly in this game.
Really, really. And I talked a lot of trash about the Annihilation Barge, but it was surprisingly good.
It was good.
I don't know why I couldn't kill it. It should have died, but it didn't.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And also those 3 quantum shieldings. 3 for 3 quantum shieldings.
That hurt me so bad.
That's fantastic.
Well, it's funny because that is a good way to fight against tank busters, which normally like they just kill tanks. So
and I think again, if you shot it with 2 separate units, you'd probably drop it. But
yeah, in hindsight, I definitely would have played a few of those key things differently. But that Scorpec Lord coming in the back, honestly, because we've seen this before. I can lose a bunch of stuff. Someone can lose stuff early game, but if they're still scoring and doing things, they're still in the game.
That's right.
If it wasn't for that, I'm like definitely still in the game.
Yeah, that's right.
But that kind of helped you continue to like dominate.
And in this mission, even just taking one of your points is the difference between getting a lot. Yeah. Right? Because you start to diminish.
Especially here.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I had scanning and banners.
That's right. So it was a big shutdown. I'd say if I had a most underperforming unit, it's probably the Doomsday Arc. The last couple games, they've been horrible.
Right.
And it's just the variability. Like it's kind of like an orc gun in a way. And you know, it can go hot, but especially when you have invulns, it just wastes like the great AP and everything.
Absolutely.
So he was underperforming. Something for you that dramatically underperformed? Probably your Squiggoth Alpha.
He's my MVP and my LVP.
Because he killed nothing.
He did actually nothing.
He literally killed no units.
Yeah, he was worse than normal.
Yeah, it was. That was ruthless.
So
okay, well, great game.
Yeah.
Honestly, ton of fun. We had no idea what to predict. I didn't predict.
No, this was going to be a wild
predict
card.
the way this went at all. But really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Bridger, I'm sure we have a handful of questions.
Oh boy, do we?
Let's do it.
Thank you, M. Brandt. Hey guys, love the channel. Lets me stay up late too often in Germany. Any tips to beat my friends Custodes, small 500 to 1,000 point games? And I have Tau, but refuse to play Riptides.
Okay, that's fine. Commanders do work on them, and you just got to screen them out. Like they've got to get in for the charge. So you just make it so they take multiple punishing turns. You could even do these things where you take your screen and you push it out, but then you string it back to the point where you're within greater good range. So they'll charge your screen, they'll take a ton of Overwatch, they'll wipe your screen, and then you move back and do it again and build the screen again. And the Custodes player has no choice but to charge to some extent. And because if they just kind of stand still, then you just get to gun at them forever. And it comes down to, at 500 points, generally you're not getting many Custodes, and Tau have really good efficiency at those low points with commanders. So yeah, I'd say that would work.
Well, on the smaller board, 1,000 points is on half the board.
That's fine. I think it's fine.
You do have to hold objectives.
I understand, but if you're faster, so if you get up on the point first, you get to build your castle. Like you could do a thing where the commander's on the point and the screen is up in front, and then they have to take a turn or two. They will push you back, but the idea is, can you blast them before? That's the way to do it. And if they're trying to use their buffs, like if they have a big squad and they're ignoring AP 1 and 2, like split your fire so that they can't just buff one squad up and you do nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, if I have a commander, it's like half here, half there. So they buff the one squad and the other one still takes casualties, things like that.
All right, thank you, McChickflick. What armies are you all in the process of painting and collecting? And are there any you're thinking of starting?
Yes.
Yeah, so many. I'm currently working on my sister's battle. Right. I'm working nights on those, trying to get them ready for the channel. I'm very, very excited. That's my main project.
What's next?
What's next? So I have a couple armies that just need to be finished up and refurbished.
They're like close.
Locally, so like Emperor's Children are on the way. I know people are asking for more CSM. So like I have a full CSM army, and then I feel like I'm forgetting something else I'm working on.
There's a ton of things.
There's a lot of things, but those are my main.
The one that's actually on my table right now that's getting the most love is the Blood Angels.
Yeah.
I just finished Mephiston. I'm going to be really close to finishing up my Sanguinor and my captain. And then I've got just got all the bits I needed for my Sanguinary Guard, and as I said, I bought 15 of the Custodes jump troops, the Ventari.
Yeah.
So
that's gonna be awesome.
And I bought 15 of the Sanguinary Guard, so I'm gonna mix them together. It's a very expensive, real dollar unit, but it should be a lot of fun. And then the other thing on the table right now is the last 500 points of Grey Knights. So I have just like another 10-man strike squad, one more character, and 2 rhinos.
Yeah.
And then I'll have like 2,400 points of Grey Knights.
That's great.
So that's the other thing on the table. And lots more coming.
There's so much more
I already have the models on the shelf for the World Eaters army as well.
Exactly.
So that one's going to come soon.
And then I have a ton of Fist stuff that I'm working through for later on with the book and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elias. Missed you guys on Thursday. Thought Brian was going to be in the land of squeaky curds, or did I misremember when we were getting a guest appearance?
Right. So, as Brian said, his plans got canceled last minute. They didn't work out. So luckily we have him.
That's right.
We did decide to take Thursday off. Bridger needs to.
It was always going to be our plan to take it off, and we just decided to stick with it.
Exactly. I think next Saturday we are still bringing on a guest though.
That's right.
So we're gonna have Tasty Taste from Bloody Kittens bringing his NIDS. You've seen them, we've had them on the channel before. What
are you playing against his NIDS? Have you determined yet?
I haven't completely determined. I'm thinking either some CSM. I think we're gonna see CSM next week. It might either be Thursday or Saturday. Or demons.
Oh,
we haven't done Nurgle demons yet.
Oh man,
so
I'm interested. That's great. So we do have a guest next Saturday, but we will be back next Thursday. I know we initially planned to cancel next Thursday, but now that I'm back here, we're gonna have a game.
Play some more Hammer.
It'll be great.
Thank you, Colt. First time stream gazer here. Looking through your backlog, I found a disturbing lack of good Legion games. When will we see some variety, like Alpha Legion or Night Lords?
Exactly. So I do think we want to get some more CSM on as well. So that's the plan. Getting your World Eaters. My Emperor's Children are in progress.
We only own Black Legion.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And we don't even have a ton of it.
No,
to be honest
no.
with you.
Yeah. Well, we can run them as like bile sometimes, things like that. But we like to have the actual painted army. Nick also has a really cool Alpha Legion army, so we'll be borrowing that at some point. But yeah, definitely we've identified we want to get some more CSM.
The main chaos that we both own it is Death Guard.
Yeah. And demons.
And demons. But as far as like Marines, it's basically Death Guard. So by the end of the year, for sure, I'll have my World Eaters, and then by the end of the year, you'll have your Emperor's Children.
Yep.
And we'll do more after, because we basically have every Space Marine, like almost every Space Marine Legion.
Right.
But we have very few of the chaos yet. We're getting there.
Time to get through them. Yeah. I just have all of mine in like Black Legion. It's like a big Black Legion and then nothing else.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you, Blue. I know you're working on the Discord server. However, until that is live, would you respond to army list suggestions through Twitter, or is there an email account? Whatever your preference works. Thanks.
I think our Facebook is probably the best spot.
Yeah, so you can message the Facebook directly. I manage it, so I try to get to it as soon as possible, and I'll ask these guys for help whenever I need that. So that's probably the most direct way.
Yeah, but the Discord's really going to be the way. We're going to have that sometime mid-October. So we'll keep you posted for that.
Thank you, Sarkami. So I've got 3 Keepers, the Epitome, Celeste, and a bunch of Demonettes. What other units should I be looking at?
Yes. Furies. Furies are great for 9th edition. You could go in a number of directions there, honestly. You could just do more Demonettes. You could do... I
like 90 Demonettes, personally.
I really like... Yeah, I think they're really great.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence about Fiends. I need to test them
out. I love Fiends. Yeah. No, do some Fiends.
Do some Fiends? All right, do some Fiends.
I'm into Fiends.
You heard it there.
And the new models are rad, too.
Gosh, that's the other thing I need to work on is my Slaanesh units.
I know.
I have 9 Fiends that need to be painted up.
Oh, do it.
Fill time. My page crashed.
Good times. Yeah, so it sounds like you have all the best and most important parts of that list. The rest is those small things that are going to be scoring, getting you points. They're not necessarily about killing even, right?
Do you think the Chariots have any play?
No.
Not really.
No.
You know what I hate about them? They're also crazy wide.
Yeah.
And you can't even move them.
They're massive.
You can't even move them.
Yeah, it makes me really sad.
What about the mounted,
Seekers?
the Seekers?
So Seekers are good too, actually, because they're fast.
They're fast,
but really fast.
Crazy fragile. Yeah. That is the whole army, but they're expensive.
So that's why I tend to Furies, because they also move 12. They're throwaway and they're infantry. So you can raise banners. Yeah. And that's why that's why the Storm Boys were in here, was just for raising. That's why Furies they fill a unique role.
And you can get those Warcry Fury models.
Yes,
absolutely. Which are actually beautiful.
You could also, I was thinking about, we talked last week about that new Slaanesh box set. That's Slaanesh versus the Daughters of Cain.
Right.
And you can use the Harpies as Slaanesh Furies. Would be like,
all right, do it.
There you have it. Thank you, Robert. Playing Death Guard against Harleys, is it worth taking the Wretched Company to get the Mega Mortal Wound Plaguecaster, or is it a trap that I'm resisting?
I think it's cool.
It's okay.
I don't think it's a trap.
No.
But
like, if that's the thing you want to do, go for it. Yeah. I don't think it's particularly amazing against them. Like, the problem is they're fast, and so they choose when and where they engage.
Yeah. So
if they're aware of this big trick, they can just stay out of range of it. They're also so fast and they have fly that they can go and snipe characters. If that's your linchpin to success.
Sure. Yeah.
They can deal with it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lars. Stay safe and enjoy the game.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, D York. Oh, did I miss? Hold on. I skipped one. Skipped 2. Thank you, Russell. Haven't played Sisters since 5th. How do they stack up in 9th?
They're amazing.
They're great. They're really, really great. They were, a codex designed for 9th edition, it seems. And
the whole codex is good.
Oh, that's great. They're so much
fun.
Yeah.
Like, almost everything in the codex is totally great.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're great. They play the mission well.
Yeah, love it.
Thank you again, Robert. Mega Mortal Wound Plaguecaster is the Plaguecaster in a Wretched detachment with a Demon's Favor Relic and 7's Blessing upgrade running Coddle, C-O-T-L. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, no, I think it's cool.
I actually haven't put that particular play company on the table, but they're all looking good.
Exactly. I know there's so many to try.
Yeah. Next time we'll try something completely different.
I know. We won't do Poxmongers or Mortarian Sons.
those two I just love the playstyle of.
Yeah,
but we'll try something completely different.
Thank you, D York. Brian, my friend wants to know what in the new rules makes you prefer Fire Warriors over drones. So far, only playing 1,000-point games. He should probably add that he is terrified of my speed Greeks. Wow.
There's 2 issues. So when I say Fire Warriors, we're talking about...
it was an autocorrect.
We're talking about Breachers, not main Fire Warriors, because they have AP.
Right.
And they have good strength, but the whole army has good strength. So really, it's the AP. And they have OBSEC.
Yeah.
Drones don't have OBSEC. Drones also have a couple other problems. One, they have to shoot the nearest target, and they have super horrible morale, right? Leadership 6.
Yeah.
They do have fly. It doesn't really matter anymore because you're not charging with them. Like you don't need to get over a screen or anything.
Yeah.
And they have like same armor save. You know, they don't benefit from cover because they're not infantry. So there's like a whole lot of reasons why they're not better.
You can't do a lot of actions too.
You can't do the actions with them, yeah. So the way the missions are designed, having OPSEC, having infantry, really good. Plus the AP is solid, so that's why I'm into them.
Well
and they
said.
look rad.
Yeah.
Thank you, Noodlebutt. Go Orks, wah. Hope
Yeah.
Adrian can avenge the boys in green, as your buddy Chris routinely gives my own boys the beatdown with the
Oh,
Necrons.
that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
our Chris. So that's great. Yeah, he's been telling us all the stories about you guys' game, so I'm glad you're having a good time. Hopefully next time.
It didn't work out. It started to snowball pretty quickly.
It started to snowball. Well, the other thing is too, like I knew, I was like, cool, this is gonna be a fun list with the Squiggoth and things like that. We'll come back with some more like competitive lists, but I have no regrets.
One of the things about the Necrons, even though this list fundamentally wasn't competitive, they still have tons of tough bodies, and that's how you play missions, right?
Yeah.
And it ended up being a lethal army because the truth is the Orks are fairly fragile.
Yeah.
They're extremely fragile. And you might even say like the Necron weapons are tailor-built to be able to deal with Orks. That's traditionally
That's
been
very
true.
Yeah.
So not only do I have mission potential, but I'm actually lethal against you in a way that gives me good efficiency.
It's funny because I've been really enjoying these small OBSEC elite units that have these rules. They're jumping around or they're infiltrating, things like that, which actually Marines have a tough time with because I can like hide them or whatever, and they don't have the volume of shots. But the Necrons, you actually do, and you have the maneuverability. It's interesting how you're actually better equipped in some ways than Marines. Yeah.
Thank you, Elias. Friendly reminder, we are all very excited to see Brian's terrain video.
I almost like wanted to write it, and then out of principle, I was like, no.
I know.
No.
I've also thought about it, like,
Thank you, Chris. Don't listen to Noodlebutt.
That's probably true.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Be nice to him.
Thank you, Mason. Greetings from Connecticut, 17-year veteran 40K.
Wow.
Glad to pull my Eldar out again. What is your opinion on Vipers and the best loadout for them? I'm going to recycle a joke.
Yeah.
I'm going to recycle a joke. 17 years, too young to play Warhammer.
But I think Vipers are one of the less explored and undervalued units in the Eldar Codex. The only downside for them to me is they do give up Bring It Down.
Yeah.
But hey, you bring a list with lots of Wave Serpents and
Then it
vehicles
doesn't
anyways.
matter.
You just double down on that. Warwalkers. So that's the kind of list I would look at playing them in.
They're a great kind of unit that they're cheap and small and fast.
Yeah, exactly.
But they don't excel at any one thing other than being throwaway. Like they're a throwaway and they have a bit of firepower.
I would run them either completely naked, just the shuriken cannons, or maybe a star cannon because they're not too expensive, but nothing like bigger than that. Basically,
I almost pulled the trigger on a big Eldar army 2 years ago. Like I was going to be my next project. I was going to do this giant Samhain army, and I was going to have a bunch of them. It was before Rule of 3, so it might have been 3 years ago.
Right.
And I was going to have like 9 of them because you can take them in squads, can't you?
Take them in squads.
So that's why I had so many.
You can get 12, I think.
Yeah, so I was gonna have 9 of them because I love the look of them in the Samhain red.
Yeah.
The little runes.
It's cool.
So one day when I do my Samhain, I'll definitely have a handful.
I started repainting mine at the start of the 9th. Just haven't got around to getting them on the table.
Thank you, Mr. Carey. What do you think of Bad Moon's 15-man tank buster squads?
Yep.
Drop them in with teleporter for more DACA and showing off to shoot twice.
So there's 2 ways of running tank busters in my mind. One is what we saw here, where you have small squads of Death Skulls that use those rerolls. The other way, which is great, is a big unit of Bad Moons, double shooting, DACA, all that stuff. They're gonna die, but they will kill, and I kid you not, like 3 or 4 tanks in a turn.
Yeah.
Obviously, quantum shielding has a factor on that.
But they still would wipe a tank.
Yeah,
like,
and
these
especially
tanks.
against Imperial vehicles, like they're just dead. So I think that's great, honestly.
Yeah, be prepared to lose them. So
They're
always
gonna
do
die,
the
but-
mental math of like, am I going to get enough value out of them? One of the nice things now in the current game, you don't have to get a kill.
Right.
So you can aggressively split fire.
Yes.
Even though, so let's say it's like there's 5 tanks and you take them all down to 2 wounds. That's still valuable in 9th edition, where that would have been worth nothing
Exactly.
in 8th edition.
And they're really good at that, especially with the double shooting and
Yeah.
DACAs. So I think it's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Coe. Hey guys, my buddy Dick Vanderhurst has a question. Which of the new Necron characters is best, and why do I like the Plasmancer the most?
I don't like the Plasmancer. Mine just finished getting painted today. If I don't have him in hand though, or I would have put him in the game just to show him off. The Scorpec Lord is rad because finally we have a combat character who doesn't suck. And second would be the new Overlord. Oh my god.
The new Overlord, not the Warden.
The Warden's good, but the new Overlord, the Warden is that gun that he has, the rapid fire 2 strength 5 2 damage.
So nasty.
It's only good because all the rest are awful. And it's like I have a strength 5 2 damage gun, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna win the game. It's because all the other characters are like 1 shot, strength 1 damage. Like, oh my god. So the Warden is cool, but the new Overlord giving +1 to hit to any 2 units for 1 CP.
That's a big deal.
And +1 to move. It's big.
It's so big.
But with a name like Plasmancer.
The Plasmancer
it has to be good.
I love the model of him so much.
Yeah.
I think he's also going to have some stiff competition with those other Mancers.
Yeah, they announced what,
the Chronomancer
the
and
Chronomancer, which is the one that gives the invuln or something now. I don't know.
Yeah, because
you got the Chromatron.
There's the Time one, and then there's they look sick.
And the Metal Mancer.
Yeah, so there's a lot of Mancers now, and I can tell you, I never liked the Plasma Mancer.
Oh man, what does he even do? I forget.
Mortal wounds.
Really?
Yeah, he's got like a smite.
He is plasma. Who cares? He's awesome.
He's Plasmancer.
He is plasma.
He's so sick. I'm not crazy about
those little thralls are cool.
Like rules wise,
the thralls that come with the Plasmancer.
They're actually fight. No, they're ugly, but they actually are pretty killy.
Little murder buckets.
Yeah,
they look like orc things, and it'd be fine if they were orc things, but they're not.
Thank you, Noodlebutt. Down with Chris. Orcs is the best.
Orcs is the best.
Yeah, even when they lose, orcs still win. So they just wanted to do some crumping.
They ran away so they can live to fight another day.
That's right.
Thank you, Mason. This is a question for all the Titans. If you had to go to a GT tomorrow, what armies would you choose to take and why?
Ooh, your Harlequins, right?
Hands down.
If I had to go with the models I have on hand, probably my Salamanders.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'd love to see them. I'd love to see them win. I've never won with them in a tournament, so just once.
I bet you could now.
I bet I could now. They're gonna get nerfed, so I might as well do it before they get nerfed.
Roger, you take like orcs or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of course. No, I would take Inquisition only.
Inquisition. That's right.
Thank you, Cultist Chan. Hey, Tabletop Titans. Was just sneaking some nurglings into Gilliman's underwear drawer and wondering if you think more female representation in 40K would be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
So in many ways, right? In the lore, in the actual armies, but then also like in the community as well.
Real life.
And be more welcoming. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Historically, 40K is not a friendly community, like as much as it seems friendly.
Yeah.
It's like friendly if you fit the mold of the kind of person they want you to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a really imposing community. And as you know, anyone who's been on Facebook knows it's incredibly kind of rough and salty community. Yeah. Which all those things should need to change anyways, because it's just a silly game.
Right.
It's an extremely silly game. I try not to think about it too much about how silly this game is, and just have fun with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think GW has made some steps that I'm really proud of to make the community more welcoming, and it takes a little bit of time. But like it takes like another generation where like now my daughter can look at the game and she can see things that are exciting to her, and you know she can start with it, and it's going to take a while to change, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think we're making positive progress in it too, and even the last couple of years, like I've been seeing many more ladies coming to tournaments, and it's been like a noticeable difference to me. Of course, it's completely anecdotal, but like I think we can continue to do that.
Yeah,
and that'd be awesome.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tinks. How do you feel about Eliminators as an objective holder for Wolves? Also, is it mainly about controlling the middle for Marines now for the Giant Squig?
Thank you, appreciate that. Yes, about the middle for sure. The whole game, the whole board.
It's not just for Marines; it's for everybody.
Everyone. So
controlling the middle is the whole game.
Yeah, and Eliminators, yes. I think
not for Space.
I would say no. I would say hard no.
Hard no.
On Eliminators in almost any army now.
No.
No, well, again, they're not as killy because I guess you actually can't ignore line of sight. Apparently, they're defensible. That's what they do still.
I think like if you took a unit and put them back here, and they were like a fairly inexpensive, like in cover, hard to remove, that's okay.
Yeah.
But like using them as a mainline like output unit is way diminished.
I would not do that.
There are so many better options now
like
that
what?
They just feel bad.
Like what?
Pull any of the
entire new Primaris line
as a backline
as anything
holder?
Ever.
Really?
Yeah.
No, not
you would rather take like 5 intercessors over 3 1-up armor eliminators?
Yes. We're getting close.
You're crazy.
We're getting so I think the eliminators I think they're okay, but for Space Wolves I think there's more interesting units you could pull in.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing they still have going for them is their durability.
I think you could take 3 Blade Guard vets, and the Blade Guard vets also have a 1-up.
Don't talk to me about Blade Guard vets.
They have a 1-up in cover and a 4-up invuln.
It's true.
And they're 3 wounds each.
It's true.
Yep.
And they fight like madmen.
Yep.
So let's do Blade Guard.
Yeah.
Blade Guard.
There we go.
You heard it.
Thank you, Moniker. Gentle Beings started up my first army and want to get my friends in. One is a studio artist that painted minis for D&D.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you again. The other paints mecha modules, who is a programmer. What models and armies can I get them hooked with?
If you paint, so people I've known who paint D&D, they're not used to army painting.
Huh.
Like painting 70 of the same thing.
Right. So custodies.
Yeah.
Custodies.
So yeah,
Or knights.
picking armies.
Or knights. Actually, knights would be dope.
Knights is fine. Picking things that have like a few standout character units, I think, can get people pretty excited. And I think I don't know, that would be important.
That's really good advice, actually. Yeah.
And the mecha guy, Tau, obviously.
Of course.
Of course.
Or knights.
Or knights.
What else has
Really
big
just
mechas?
get both of them into knights.
Orcs.
Orcs have some cool mechas, but they're not that clean style.
But if you like mechas, like Tau is for sure the way to go. Like that's, oh man.
Probably, yeah.
So
That's
cool.
the way to go.
So cool.
Thank you, Edward. I shouldn't have started with you guys when it came to bat reps. Now I'm spoiled. CP for everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we strive to make a good show.
Yeah.
I love watching a lot of 40K battle reports, but in the last couple of years, there's been this rapid progression in people just doing an excellent job, right?
Yeah.
And now there's about 3 or 4 channels that really put a ton of effort in, and it's actually spoiled me from all the other reports. Like I can't watch any of the channels who are just kind of having fun and putting the camera out. Like I need the production values now in order to watch it. And I love that like every channel's spurring the other channels to do a better job.
It's great.
And
That's
everyone wins, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so we're proud of how this show comes together. We even hope to level it up further into the future as well. And so we're glad you like it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, the in-game tattoo. We appreciate the support.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tyson with Death Guard. What is a better heavy support setup? A drill with 3 Plague Burst Crawlers and a Defiler, or a drill with 2 Plague Burst Crawlers and 2 Defilers?
More Plague Burst Crawlers.
The Plague Burst Crawler is a little better than the Defiler, but the Defiler is great. Like you can't going the other way is not wrong, and you're gonna be fine.
Right. The thing is, you just think about what your list needs. Does it need more upfield kind of push and aggro? In which case, obviously, the Defiler does that better. But if you need more backboard, like my list, I went with the Plague Burst Crawlers.
Yeah, and the Plague Burst Crawlers are great as a bunch, especially with the accelerated entropy, and then the Warlord trait. Yeah, it's really good. Well, you don't even have to be Poxmongers, but giving them the 4-up invul, they're already pretty tough.
Yeah.
Like making them even more tough is great. You don't have to.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the
accelerated entropy gives them the plague weapon,
Yeah, you're talking
and then
about
give them Arch
or
Contaminator to
something.
reroll wounds.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is huge for them. Yeah.
Thank you, Joe Time. What are your thoughts on Morty and Iron Guard at the moment?
Iron Guard.
I don't know what Iron Guard is.
I don't know.
But
Sounds cool.
Mordian.
Morty, and now is Iron Guard one of the
Mordian, like the
Mordian.
guard
Mordian.
I think you said
faction.
Morty as
That
in,
makes more sense.
I never played as the Mordians.
Yeah.
I wish I owned a Mordian army.
Those are the derpy dudes who have to stand in formation, right?
They stand in formation, and then they get bonuses when they're all like base to base.
Yeah, I'm honestly not really familiar with their traits.
I can tell you that when they're all like painted perfectly in parade colors,
looks cool.
They look so rad.
That's awesome.
But it's a rare army. I've only seen like 500 points of Mordians in real life. I've never seen an army of Mordians in real life. So they're rare.
I mean, it's hard to get the models.
Yeah.
They are. They put them back into production as a made to order on their website.
What are their colors?
They are the ones that are in like.
Are they blue and
red? They're in the like fancy.
Yeah.
They're the like officers' uniforms.
Right.
All of them, and they have like the little hats, the little round hats with the brims.
Awesome.
They're like Revolutionary War.
Kind of. Yeah.
British.
That's super cool.
Yeah. They're kind of cool.
Yeah. Thank you, Martin. I just got back from clay pigeon shooting at the country club all day. What did I miss? And why is Brian rocking a Canadian tux and not a beanie? What do you think about the Primaris Chaplain on bike for backing Invictors and Terminators?
I feel equipped to only answer one of those questions.
The Canadian tux.
The Canadian tuxedo, obviously.
Listen, I didn't get to go to Canada. I need to like feel a little bit like more. I need to channel a little bit of my homeland.
It's true. I know. You're pretending. He actually thinks that we're in Canada right now.
Yeah, that's right. Somebody from the chat messaged me to try and show me that there's like one place in Oakland that tries to make their own curds. So they're like, look, you could get curds in Oakland if you want.
Field trip?
So I might have to check it out. There's a famous Canadian poutine shop that opened up there, but it actually just closed down. I guess California just couldn't appreciate.
Clearly, that's the reason.
Clearly.
Not all the other businesses shutting down.
That's true. They all shut down.
The Chaplain, I'm really excited
Chaplain on
about.
bike.
I'm so excited.
Amazing.
So
I
great.
was going to convert my own just so I could have it now because I actually have a handful of extra bikes.
Right.
Because I'm crazy and bought so many starter sets. But I'm going to wait for the real model because he looked rad.
I'm excited to be able to have a fast-moving Primaris Chaplain.
Yes.
Like, I have been sticking with the Jump Chaplain just because I like the mobility, but it'll feel better when he's Primaris.
How many wounds, I wonder, is he going to have?
Too many. As
a
a Custodes player, I have to say
they're
too
probably
many.
just going to give him +1? Or do you think they're going to give him +2?
Well, it's one for Primaris and one for bike. So 7?
So
Same as a Custodian
normally
bike?
they're 4.
Normally they're 4, so,
So
that's
that would
only
make
6.
So
6.
6. Okay.
6 would make sense.
But
It
the
could be 7
Primaris
now.
bikes gave 2 extra wounds, not 1
Oh,
extra wound.
So we'll be 7.
Didn't they? Oh,
It'll
no,
be
they
the
gave...
same as a Custodes bike.
Wait, are they 4 wounds? Yeah,
They're 4 wounds.
Yeah,
That's what
so
I'm
it
saying.
is.
So Primaris bike
7
gave
wounds.
2 extra wounds. So I was like, does the character get 2 extra wounds? Because that would make him like kind of a menace. And if you
God.
decked him out with the combat litany, kind of terrifying.
And the
Amazing.
relic Acrosius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make him a real
Now we're
slapper.
talking.
That's pretty saucy.
So
gross.
the day he comes out, we'll try to get him as fast as we can for my
Mhm.
white scars in particular.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
Thank you, Matthew. Hello from Australia. My 9-month-old is sitting watching this with me. What would be a good starting loadout for 2 squads of Plague Marines?
Starting loadout? I like 1 flail and 1 launcher.
1 blight launcher
Blight launcher.
and 1 flail.
Yeah, I mean, in a purely competitive sense, I even cut the blight launcher.
Yes,
But
cut
if
the
you're
blight
talking
launcher.
about a starter set, I don't know.
I think
Just the flail?
yeah, just the flail is the smartest play. So
Yes.
bolters and just 1 flail.
Yeah.
That's by far the smartest play.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, I think if you're going otherwise, you could take 2 blight launchers even and like have it as a shooting squad. I used to play mine only as shooting.
Yeah.
But we've seen the flail, especially against
good.
Imperium.
Oh my gosh.
It's really vicious.
I saw someone was running small squads with 2 flails
Yeah,
with like no buffer. And I was like, that is, I like that.
Yeah. it's pretty intense.
Thank you, Big
I don't
Bomba.
like
What are your thoughts on 2 Galatis Dreads to protect your Vexilla instead of the Telemon? I think
Sure.
1 Galatis Dread instead of the Telemon is almost strictly better.
The Gladys is okay.
Controversial here.
For the purposes of screening the
how about
Vexilla?
this? Next time we put the Custodians on the table, I'll put the Gladys Dread in front, and we'll test it out.
He's a
Yeah.
good budget option. My only concern with running 2 is then why don't you run a Telemon?
No, yeah, I wouldn't run 2.
At that point,
So I
right?
have 2 Gladys Dreads.
No, I wouldn't run 2.
So how about this? I'm gonna put both Gladys Dreads next time on the table.
But I'm like,
just for you.
I'm more curious about the how good is 1 Gladys to
It's
to defend the Vexilla?
Roughly as durable as a Telemon
Telemon?
against non-mortal wounds.
Yeah.
Because it halves damage.
What?
Or no, the shield is -1 damage.
Which is
The shield does something fancy.
The shield does that?
I might be making stuff
Starting to
up.
think
The
you're
shield
just
does
making up rules
something.
now.
The shield does something cool. It's -1 to hit in combat. That's what the shield does.
Cool.
So it does nothing.
And it's a
Listen.
4-up invuln.
The Gladys Dreads have historically never done a single thing in the history of me owning them.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna put 2 next time and see if they can do one thing.
I think it's interesting.
I think they're horrible, but they look rad. So
All they
let's
have to do
it.
is not die.
I don't care. Even if they don't die, they've never done anything. So we'll see.
Well, by not dying and screening the Vexilla, they will have done something.
That's now a thing they would have done. Yeah, they didn't use.
That's
to
what
do.
I'm saying.
Cool. I'm gonna put both on the table next
So
time.
that's not. We don't have a good answer for you. We're gonna find out.
Thank you, Scrub Daddy. No real question. Just wanted to support your great content.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
And last one of the day. Thank you, Kane. Great stream, chaps. Brian, what's your view on the XV9 Hazard Suit with counterfire defense system? I know they're expensive, but I love the models.
Go for it. I own 9 of
Yeah.
them. Too many of them. I wish they were cheaper. I messaged Games Workshop when I was like working on the data sheet for them as like a playtester, and I was like, why don't we just make them like way cheaper?
Yeah. Like, don't be silly.
No, they never said anything back to
Yeah.
me. So who knows? Maybe they will be. Probably not. But they super suck right now at their points cost. But if you take just 1 or 2, they play into that MSU theme of the army. And although they're pricey, you could get some play out of them. I generally, these days, counterfire is not what I would do with them. They don't have enough shots to pay that back. And I wouldn't even think of them as an offensive unit. I would think of them purely as like a thing that drops in the corner and does a secondary, and maybe has a bunch of shots and clears some grots or something, like, you know what I mean? So they don't need much of help to do that kind of thing.
I like that.
That's the way I would play them, is I would never expect anything from them. Basically, that's me.
Well, that's why they're good target for engage, because you just have to stand there.
And they become they're not even useful. Like your opponent's like, I guess I could try to kill that 5-wound T5 thing,
They're relatively
but
tough,
it's just
too.
not even worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
I like Inceptors for that same role, right?
Yeah,
They just like go up there and they're like tough, like I'm gonna engage, and
Yeah.
like you might not want to kill me, and then I'll engage again. And you're like, all right.
The Inceptor is like, that's a good comparison, and it's just better in every way.
I know.
So
Because how many points is the Hazard Suit right now?
a lot. Like, we're getting into like 80 territory. Yeah.
Every time I ask, it's like 20 more points than I thought.
Yeah, probably because I'm just saying 10 more. Well, thank you so much for coming and joining us. Today's game, it was a really fun one.
Yeah.
We've got another game this Thursday. We have not decided what to do. We're going to have another fun game, pull some cool stuff out.
Yep.
So we'll post a link to that up in a couple days on the channel, let you know what it is, and we hope to see you there.
As always, if you guys did enjoy the battle, do like and subscribe, share with your friends. You can get up to date and really, really helps us. Helps us grow, helps us know people are watching, helps us get more donations. We really appreciate you guys. With that having been said, we'll see you next Thursday.